Now I'm recording because now we're
No,
picking
you
back up.
don't.
Yeah, I kind of do. If I want this to be cool, yeah, I kind of do. Because here's the other fun part that I get to do. I need you all to roll stealth,
What if I don't want to?
please.
My disadvantage.
Son of a bitch.
Are you at disadvantage? Why would you be at disadvantage?
I
'Cause
jump
I'm
straight through a
jumping
portal.
straight
You know
through.
what? Technically, yeah. You know, good point. Disadvantage.
You're welcome.
14.
Dirty 20?
Also a
That's
14.
Okay.
Melissa, what's your stealth,
Are you kidding?
stealth modifier?
I roll a 7 and then a
5.
20.
You got a 7.
Okay, we got a 14, a 20, a 7.
Which one?
Well, actually, it's plus my stealth. It's an 11 actually.
Is it?
Yes. I rolled a 7 plus my modifier of 4 on the stealth.
Okay.
How the fuck do you have a 4+4 stealth modifier?
Because I
Yes.
have a +2 to dex, and then I just add my proficiency.
Okay. Huge
I'm a
favor.
fighter.
Whenever I'm asking for rolls, just to avoid any confusion on my part, because I'm not the smartest person when it comes to numbers, if I say, what's your roll? I don't care about the roll. I want the total value.
Dirty 20.
Cool.
Alright, 11. Or wait,
14.
7 plus 4.
That was 11. Yep. Okay, we're all good.
Yeah.
So, here's the fun part.
Hey!
So, I'm going to take a quick step to make sure you guys can appreciate all the cool artwork for what you guys are going to see.
Neat. Who drew that?
Off the top of my head, I don't have the gentleman's name, but otherwise, it was someone I had to commission off of Reddit to have this done. I will put their
Oh, I
information
just-
down in the comments.
Oh,
I just
okay, cool.
assumed that everything was drawn by Melissa.
Nope.
That was not drawn by Melissa. Although
I
it was
can't.
cool.
I can't draw that.
Some stuff I
Why
do
not?
want to have hidden.
I was about to say, she's not that talented.
No.
Is it
She's
the
very
perspective?
talented.
Is it
but
the
not, like-
perspective on it, or is it like the actual like blending of the different colors and stuff that they have for the lava?
What?
I'm curious as to why you wouldn't be able to draw that.
Oh, background's really not my forte. Plus the coloring style is a lot different. Yeah.
In people.
There are going to be some things that you guys are going to get in a minute.
We're behind.
Now, one thing I want to make incredibly clear to those that have come through this veil is through the land of Shadowfall, the plane of shadows. As you had gone through this and your kind of body had left its physical form and had gone to something more ethereal and something more airy, more wispy, you had felt yourselves all go through different things, whether that was how you guys were feeling as you went through, whether or not it was your expectations of certain things as you went through, but all of you felt something unique to yourselves. Now, Cirella, you had been the first one to come through. You see...
I don't know if it's a good thing.
I'm sorry?
I said I don't know if that was a good thing, but yeah.
Not sure if it's a good thing. Cirella, you see, as you come through, you see Boric. Oh, hold on, I need a cough, hold up.
He was like, "Hang on, I need to cough," and then it was like the daintiest fucking cough.
No, he muted himself.
No, I know, but
Oh.
I expected like, like
I mean, I mean, I'm not talking like I'm a grandfather hacking up a lung, but I mean, like I'm not like I had pizza and I was like, that was a dumb choice. So I'm trying to drink water to wash all that away. Anyways,
okay.
Imagine having heartburn.
not heartburn, but cool.
Bro, I'm fucking diabetic and I can eat more shit than you can.
We're not talking about that right now. Anyways, Cirella, you come through and you see Boric crouched down behind a dais. And before you can say anything, he looks at you and goes, "Shh," as you take a listen. Surrounding you, you feel that overwhelming heat of this kind of air. It's almost like it's supercharged in its own kind of just flame broiled thing. Everything in here is scalding. Everything in here is very uncomfortable. You can almost see your own skin. You can almost see the evaporation of sweat and dirt and grime just slowly start to go up and then cake onto your skin. Immediately as it evaporates, it hardens. It's disgusting. It's unpleasant. And you see, shh, Borg look at you. You immediately after getting that feeling and you seeing Boric, you overhear a very soft murmuring conversation of 1, 2, 3 different people talking. You hear a very gruff and a very hard-mannered dwarf kind of speaking, but then you also hear a very softer voice accompanying them, almost like helping them guide their words. You're not able to make out the words themselves, but you can hear that some kind of conversations happening. You hear a third person, almost matching that same gruffness. However, something in them seems worried in the voice. You're not sure. As soon as you kind of get that through your head, I believe it was Nevira who had walked through next. Nevira, as you walk through, you see hunched over and again looking at you. You see Boric in front of you. You see you've had stumbled in behind Cirella. Cirella is trying her best to hunch over. You see flick of the tail of a tiefling, and you kind of cloak yourself up after seeing Boric mentioning you to shush. Nevira, to you, what you feel is you feel that same kind of caked on heat coming in, and with your cloak you feel like it's a little bit easier to have on, but you definitely feel there's just this overwhelming heat coming down onto your cloak, but you feel a little bit safe inside of it. Immediately from behind you, you kind of have this stumble come in as Tom bumps into you. Can both of you give me a stealth check?
Uh, 26.
26.
15.
You said 21.
15.
15. Okay, no worries. Both of you pass. Tom, you bumble into the back of Nevira, almost tripping over yourself. Nevira is able to stay upright and catch you before you kind of make any more noises. However, you do hear a very soft ch from the ground underneath you move. Boric kind of winces as that. However, the conversation still appears to be continuing. None of you are able to make out the conversation at this time. For Nevira and Tom, you guys aren't able to make out how many different voices there are, but you are aware that there are at least a male-sounding voice and a feminine-sounding voice. Tom, something to this voice of the feminine sounds eerily familiar to you, but you can't quite place it. Outside of that, the next person comes through. I believe that was Gwen who had followed in after Tom. Gwen, you're angrily marching in through here. You feel yourself slip away. You start to feel yourself be collected. And you run into the back of Tom and Nevira. I need you all to give me stealth checks with disadvantage.
About to see 3 people fucking bowling pinned into lava.
15.
15.
12.
12.
12.
And 12.
12. As loud as it may have seemed or heard to you guys, you don't feel that there's any blip in the conversation. It doesn't seem like there's any hesitancy. It doesn't seem like anything has stopped. However, you are very aware of your surroundings. Gwen, as you had stumbled through and you bump into them, you notice that everyone is very much looking at you, daggers in their eyes. Boric, most specifically, daggers in his eyes. He stops and almost starts to cover his head, and he puts his hand to his head, kind of like massages his temple. You can see that his feet are now on tippy toes, like they're about to
so
jump.
excited.
I believe last but not least was Gruk to walk through this portal. May
Yeah, walk though.
fly through this portal. Gruk, you had felt yourself jump through this portal. As you'd seen all your friends walk through, you'd just seen Gwen angrily stomp her way through. And to yourself, you were thinking, oh, well, they were turning into air as you jump through this portal. You feel yourself turn into air. You're lighter than air. You're not even weighing anything. There's nothing you can feel, nothing you can touch, nothing that can interrupt you. As
I believe I can fly.
you then come through and you spear the back of Gwen.
I was angry before.
As you come through, not even sure where you're coming from, but as you come through and you spear the back of Gwen, your face meets her back. Your arms go just right around her side, so you literally come pinning into her.
Oh my God.
And bowling pin her over. Then realizing that there are more sounds being made, you realize that Gwen, you stumble into Tom, Tom, you into Nevira, and Cirella, well, you're the last in that line.
Fucker.
Isn't what's his face in front of her?
Boric already on his toes, getting ready for the situation at hand, as there have already been numerous things, and not seeing Gruk come through yet, is preparing himself. As he sees Gruk come through.
There's not a lot of room.
Oh, Lord.
As he sees Gruk come through, and just as he hears the crunch of Gruk smacking into Gwen and bowling pinning into the rest of them, you see that he himself almost falls backwards and similarly does the same magic trick that you had seen previously in the barracks, where he has himself disappeared. Vanished without a trace. It is now the five of you who have now stumbled down into here, unsure of where you are, now splayed out on the ground as you realize that the conversation has suddenly come to a screeching halt.
Right. Know what you're talking about.
All of you are more than welcome to pick yourselves up and take a look around. Who amongst you would stand first?
I'd probably get up pretty quick.
Tom stands up first.
I would like to stand up and then, like, maybe not, try and hug the wall so that if somebody were to look over, hey, is this a wall here, or is there any verticality to this? Is it just stairs down to the landing that we're on?
Correct, stairs down. So from your perspective, when you're looking what would be down, according to like the map, those would be stairs going up.
So there is no, like, wall at all. The only wall would be the back of this throne.
You don't see anything, no.
What about these little, like,
those
clock pits?
So as you stand up, we'll go ahead and just roll into what you were seeing, if that's comfortable with you.
Well, my point was that if there's any verticality, I'm trying to, like, duck behind that and see if I can't hide in there.
Yeah, there is verticality. There is absolutely verticality. These steps aren't exactly the deepest of steps. They're not exactly the tallest of steps. They would be almost that of what would be for dwarven height. So they are very shallow in terms of their height. In terms of their depth, they're within walking distance for what would be a dwarf. So i.e. you as well would be fitting quite fittingly on these steps. These kind of structure that you see is all made out of stone. Additionally, from those steps, as they kind of like go out and they reach their edges, where you notice that they taper into like an octagonal pattern or hexagonal pattern from where you are at. They're these kind of like rising swoops of some kind, piecing all of these stairs together at their edges, meeting onto a final resting place. But you're not able to see the kind of top stair, or the top floor rather, but you do see from your perspective the back of a rather large and extravagant throne. Two braziers on opposite sides of it, both aflame, with their kind of own light coming off from them.
Yeah, for me, I just want to hide. Like, if there's any part that, like, if they turn around and go, what the hell was that? And look at where we're at, if there is even a little bit of that thing sticking up, I want to duck behind that so they see the other four, not me.
I would say that you would not be able to comfortably hide behind those things.
Okay. Then I want to hide behind Gwen.
You go try and hide behind Gwen?
I want to hide behind Gwen.
Okay. So that is your only thing you can do as you try and scurry yourself back behind Gwen. Gwen trying to pick herself up after being speared in the back. Here, let me arrange you guys in terms of the way that you guys came in to make it a bit easier. There, it makes a bit more sense with that orientation. So you try and hide behind Gwen. We'll go ahead and move your body a little back there. And as you start to make your way behind Gwen, you realize that the ground you were on has an edge and you slowly reach towards it, and you stop yourself before you can go any further, and you realize that this edge is quite sharp. You are on a plateau of sorts from where you are at in your perspective. And with that, all of you hear a rather gruff sounding, rather kingly kind of manner as you all look up from the throne, and you see a very small head, but a rather extravagant kind of crown poke its head from its seated place on the throne, just poking over the braziers. You see him poke around and he goes, "What do we have here?" Oh, I'm sorry, I've got a bit of a tickle in my throat. What do we have here?
Hi. So I've been trying to reach you about your Throne's extended warranty.
Oh god.
My throat's extended warranty?
Yeah.
And you just magically show up into the back of my throne?
Yeah, man. Well, I wanted to talk about it while you still had the, while we're looking at the product, right?
Uh-huh. Gods? And at that, you feel that there is kind of this strange breath occur, and I'm going to quickly jump away from the game map, and I'll throw everything out where needed, but you feel the strange breath as all of a sudden amongst you see blinking into existence 1, 2, 20, 40. You stopped counting. Different stone guards come into existence.
Man, do all of you guys have thrones? Like, that, man, it's gonna be a lucrative day for me.
I don't exactly have very many comments to go ahead and be made, but I mean, should you wish to be the court jester, maybe we have an opening for you.
I mean, yeah. Do you need like references? I have like 4 right here.
What is that you're holding?
Pen.
Those are your
Sword.
references?
No. The references are the 4 associates that I have with me. These are my friends that, like, if you wanted to talk to them,
Guards,
and
faster!
determine if I would be.
And they clap. They begin to surround you and grab you underneath the armpits as you all are now lifted. You're more than welcome to attempt anything as needed. But otherwise, you are currently being grabbed by an untold number of guards as you are all being kind of dragged to the front of this king's throne. You notice that while you're being dragged, you are being dragged exactly around the perimeter. I will give you that. And as you're all being dragged by the guards, so you guys notice you were being now surrounded, your backs being torn to you. As you are being escorted around the dais of the king, you see now the kind of expansiveness of the throne room of which you are in. Inside this room, now getting a better look after trying to be as sneaky as possible and then blundering into each other. You notice that being inside of here, you are on a peninsula of almost like obsidian rock. There are carvings made out into the ground of ornate structures and ornate kind of detail. They're both interwoven lines going back and forth, showing off their different dwarven lines and heritages. Gwen, as you take a little bit closer into it, you can kind of point out some of the older lines. The names are kind of rubbed away and raw from the amount of footpaths that have taken along here, which is rather strange for being in a kingly room, that you would think that someone would have, the utmost respect for those before them. However, in this area, it appears to be walked on rather than worn on the wall. And at that statement, you notice that all of you, there is no wall. You are in an open cavern with bubbling lava beneath you. The only thing keeping this room up, as far as you are concerned, are these large columns of obsidian stone coming out and erupting from the lava below, stretching up to the ceiling above. Everything in here is massive. The area in here is almost deafening with the amount of bubbling lava underneath. So you're rather shocked that you can even make sense of anything going on as you see that this area is lit up almost purely by the light of the lava. You can see that there's like some shimmering lights for some of you. You can see the kind of like lights flickering in back and forth. And the only other thing being lit up in here are these two braziers on opposite of the king's throne. Lastly, you do see that there are some statues leading up from what looks to be the end of almost like 2 large Blood Bowl football fields. The best way I can describe it to you guys. Lined opposite of them with different dwarven features. However, you notice that some of them are like missing their statues. Like they don't have a counterpart going across from them for some of them. It's almost like the bottom of where one of those statues would have been perhaps has fallen. The peninsula itself looks like the ground isn't exactly the most secure in some areas. So you're very lucky to be where you were at the edge, that the edge had not fallen beneath you. Do you all have a good perspective of the area that you were in? General question, yes or no?
Oh, you're asking?
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Sitting here in front of you now, you were all brought to your knees and knelt before the king's throne. You now see this dais, previously thought to be stonework, is now looking more like an iron kind of worn dais. That something like this is powerful, just being in the presence of. The creation of such thing is immaculate. Gwen, you almost blush at just the sight of this. You are impressed.
I don't know, fuck rocks, dude.
It's not a rock.
I'm more than
but it's
just my
impressive.
ability to know about rocks.
Yeah.
That's why I said it was iron, not a rock. Is that iron?
Okay. Gotcha.
As you are all brought and knelt, you notice that there are 2 other figures that you are very familiar with. You see Gardacar and Ilsa on sides of the dais that appear to be having a conversation with the king. Looking at the king, you see a little bit clearer now that there is a figure beside him wearing a kind of golden gown. And upon closer inspection, you realize that that golden gown is itself made out of gold coins.
You said there was
Unsure.
Gardacar and Ilsa there?
Do what?
Who'd you say was standing next to Gardacar?
Ilsa?
Ilsa.
Oh, nice.
You should be able to hover over them.
And it gives you a name.
I should give you a name. But yeah, I'm going to add you guys into the camera view so you can kind of get that going. So has everyone got a better perspective again about what is exactly happening here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
A nice pin you got there, Melissa.
So again, the king is kind of just like waiting for you all to go ahead and situate yourselves and be adjusted to the new situation you were in. You see that he kind of beckons for the lady next to him, and they have a short conversation betwixt themselves, whispering to each other, not able to make out any kind of sounds. And then he pulls himself back, saddles himself up, readjusts himself, and sits all nice and proper. You can see that his clothes are rather very large. He's wearing a very nice fur, regal kind of coat or cape. You're unsure from this perspective. It is just rather massive and almost engulfs his entire body. His crown itself is that engulfing him. It almost looks like it's made of the same material out of the dais underneath him. And he looks down at you and he calls for you and goes, "Doo-doo." Hold on. Where'd it go? Very good. And why have I found you in my throne? Now don't all speak at once for all of you stumbling in back here.
I got nothing.
You have nothing. You expect me to believe that you have somehow penetrated my impenetrable fortress? You've
man.
somehow managed to sneak your way past thousands of guards?
Look, man. Look. Okay, so if you want the real reason, we're here because we've been in your. We were told that we were going to have an audience with you days ago. And we were supposed to go on trial to explain how I didn't do anything.
Oh!
And so I decided that you were taking too long. So we made our way
Me?
here to, yeah. Where were you? We've been there for 3 days.
I'm sorry. Clearly, I should have known who I was speaking to. And can I have your name? I apologize so greatly for, taking too much of your time.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you for the apology. My name is Tom Bardy.
Understood.
And
Can you write that
yeah.
down for me?
You want me to write that down for you?
Can you spell that out? I'm going to have them go ahead and write your name. We'll put you in the hall. Make sure that you are given the utmost respect you deserve for clearly wasting your time.
Oh, well, thank you. I see that there's some of these statues over here that that cut out, but I got it.
I don't have enough time for your tomfoolery. I've entertained you enough, and you've given me plenty of entertainment. I will be thinking about you for weeks. You mentioned that there was a crime that you were being brought in for. You were soon to have an audience with me. I see 1, 2, I see 5 of you. Are you all underneath here the same crime?
We weren't all here for the same crime.
I don't want you speaking!
I didn't hear any of that.
Yeah.
I
God
also
damn
didn't
it.
hear it.
All right, well.
I heard
Very
some of it.
loudly screaming that he does not want Tom speaking.
Ah,
But in a more boomier voice than what you were hearing with this squeaky tones.
Mhm. Mention the
I am here to make sure that my friends are treated nicely because I am Gwendielle Runerock. I don't know if you know my last name, you should. But I am also friends with the king of
Uh-huh.
Gonzo Grim.
Oh, you're exactly who Gardecar was talking about. That's fantastic. And you mentioned Runerock?
Yes.
Oh, we love your weapons. I'm sure that your mother's going to love hearing about you. You know, for someone of that lineage, and you being in here, it's honestly, I'm in honor of 2 people. Tom Bardy and Gwendielle Runerock. Is there any other famous people I need to be aware of in here? No, come on now. I noticed that the cat's got most of all of your tongues.
nope. We're all nobodies over here.
Oh, you can speak. I'm glad that the
I-
tiefling can speak. That's great. Oh, I'm sorry. Was I interrupting you? Your friends were very, interruptive as well. It's almost like we couldn't have a proper conversation. They just wanted to keep talking and make fun of my time. Do you want to do that?
No.
What's
No,
your name?
Highness.
Your name is
No, it's Cirella.
And how do you spell that? I want to make sure that I get each and every one of you your own placards in this hall.
I don't need a placard. I don't.
Oh, but I simply insist. We're in the presence of Tom Bardy and Gwendielle Rune. I've not even begun to meet the rest of your friends. Gardecar kind of tries to motion at the king, we can stop. No, Gardecar. No, I want to hear them speak.
I want to ping a little message at Gardecar, and because I'm assuming my hands are behind my back, or so I can just point at Gardecar from behind my back.
Okay.
And just be like, "Sup, bro? We're kind of fucked over here, aren't we? What do you recommend we do?"
I recommend answering.
Okay. Who is he currently talking to? Cirella?
Yes.
I want to do the same thing to Cirella and say, hey, you should answer him and try not to piss him off. sounds like Gardakar's advice is that that's the best way for us to get out of here.
If we're ever gonna get out of here, I think we're all fucked.
This makes us 99.5% fucked as opposed to 100%.
I think y'all are figuring it out. I don't know. I'm having fun.
Well, you spell my name Cirella. Just say it in like a smaller tone.
I can spell my name real good.
Do you got a last name? and you see like his eyes get like really wide, and he kind of puts his hands together like a tiny little clap. He goes, "And a last name?"
I don't have a last name.
Oh, the little pissant doesn't have a little last name? Oh. It's gonna make it really hard to find your family.
What family? Oh, sorry.
Oh, an orphan child? But then you won't be missed. We'll go ahead and get rid of your placard then. We'll give it to someone more deserving.
Okay.
I see there's 2 more of you left. Well, come on now. And you see him he claps his little hands together. I want the green one to speak. Can it speak? Do you need a treat? It's okay, don't be shy.
I'm going to ping him a message. Gruk, answer him.
Okay. Out of this whole situation, I can't stand his voice.
You're not supposed to. Yeah, you're not supposed to.
Laugh.
You're not supposed to.
I know.
Yeah.
But 2, I can't even process what to do.
Okay, if you don't process that's fine. If you don't have an answer, you don't have an answer.
No, I'll answer, but it God damn it.
Okay, go ahead. Answer.
My name's Gruk.
Oh, so it does speak. Oh, it's so intelligent. That's so great. So, okay, we've got Gruk, Gwen, Tom, Cirella, and then we got the last but not least. Oh, look at you. Oh, and who are you? Don't be shy now.
The name's Nevira Midvalor.
Oh. So soft.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming all of you thought you could just stroll up in here and what? Well, tell me, what was the plan? Do we have one? We didn't, did we?
Have a civil conversation together.
A civil conversation? Is that what you wanted?
Yeah.
You wanted to have a civil conversation when you show up in the back of my throne?
The plan was to go on trial, and then you see that we didn't do anything. And then you took too long.
We can talk about all of the horrible things that I may have done. However, here's what I want to note. I am on top of a throne. I am wearing a crown. I see all of you on your knees, surrounded by my servants. And yeah, it's really all I have to really think about. I'm up here and you're down there, where the rest of you should be and forever stay. I have more respect for the Darrow in my town than you. Do you understand? Nod once for yes, twice for no. I see one of you wants to be a smartass. That's okay. I will give you one reason, and only one of you can speak. Why I shouldn't remove all of you from existence.
You will piss off King Battlehammer.
Oh.
If my friends are dead.
Oh, were you nominated to speak?
Well, I'm speaking now.
And you think, I'm sorry, who?
King Battlehammer?
King Battlehammer. Oh, you mean the other Dwarven King?
Yes.
Oh, the Dwarven King of not this city.
Yes, unless you want a war with that city.
Tell me, does he know where you are right now? And be honest with me, because I would hate to try and find out other ways.
I've been missing for several days. I'm sure he knows by now because we have lunch every day. Like, I miss that lunch.
As the DM now, are you, if you're being truthful with that, I just need to know as the DM. If you are not, I need to know so you can roll for deceit.
That would be fucking around. I don't think we have lunch every day. I just
Okay.
mean I think he might.
I need you to roll for deceit.
I'm so
You-
good at lying.
Yes.
Because someone keeps wanting to roll and for lying.
Just so good at lying. 11.
11. Okay. I have a d20 here. And he has a +2.
Crit,
14
fail,
plus
crit,
2
fail.
is 16.
Fuck.
Damn it.
As
Well,
you...
no, see now he goes like, what the hell? And you're like, yeah, you're right. We don't have lunch every day. It's more like every like Tuesday, Thursday. But I just kind of felt like I should exaggerate that a little bit.
So let me get this straight. You have lunch with another Dwarven King every day of the week, and you've been gone for, as you say, weeks, and not once has he thought to check in on you. Do I have that right?
I'm sure he has checked in on me, but he doesn't know where I am.
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying.
And how would you like me to believe that? Would you like to serve the shit on a silver platter to me next time?
Damn.
Damn is what I would say if I was in your position too.
You could just like send him a message with my name on it and see what he says, honestly.
As you kind of see that the king is kind of getting a little bit more built up with some of his intolerances for some of the things you guys may have said, you notice that someone whispers into his ear, the female next to him, another female Grey Dwarf wearing that, golden dripped dress. Tom and Gruk, can you both roll investigation?
9.
9.
8.
8. Okay. Nothing about this person seems any different. You just notice that they are a little bit more fancier dressed compared to other dwarven ladies you had seen around the town. Perhaps this is a concubine of sorts or something of that nature to the king.
Is Ilsa looking at us?
Ilsa is kind of like eyes to the ground. You can try and get her attention.
I'm just imagining you being like, hey, I want to ask my shoes what they say. And she's just like, fucking run! Fucking leave!
If she was looking at me, I was just gonna kind of mouth I'm sorry. But she's
Yeah, you can try getting her attention.
Sure.
You trying to say something, or you trying to just make a motion, or?
well, my hand's behind my back, so that's kind of out of the motion kind of thing. I'll just whisper, I'm sorry.
Ilsa kind of like perks her ears. She like kind of like eyes you to the side and just kind of like looks at you, and you just see that she's got like her lips are pursed and just like very much like, mm-hmm. You can roll insight.
Great, cool.
Keep forgetting they're in
16.
there. It's fine.
16. With the 16 and the pursed lips and like the very soft mm-hmm, you're like, yeah, she probably knows. Yeah, totally. Yeah, she probably knows. Jumping back to Hogar.
That's the name of a sandwich.
Do what?
Like a hoagie.
Hogar, hoagie. Fair enough.
Yeah. You can kill me. That doesn't mean your name is anything less of a sandwich.
Are you saying that to the king?
No.
Okay. I'm like, okay. You see the king is kind of talking back and forth between the lady and himself. You see that there's a little bit of something going across the king's face. It's that of like apprehension, reluctance maybe, as the lady keeps whispering to him. And you see him cross his arms and kind of like acting like a huffed manner. And he looks at all of you and goes, all right. What were the crimes?
I don't know, Nevira. What were the crimes?
I will say this for myself and only myself. I did not participate in any of their activities.
All of you are good and clean?
I didn't participate in any activities either.
I mean,
Gardacar, the crimes. And at that, Gardacar kind of steps up just one extra step. Oops. I should be able to do. Steps up one step. And Gardacar speaks out and kind of pulls out a notebook from his back and starts flipping over through the pages. It looks to be like there's several pages that he has to kind of flip through to get to whatever he's looking for. And eventually he finds it and he goes, merchant's shop burned to the ground. Body found inside. Members of the merchant council assaulted and stolen from. However, there was a dinner involved. We could potentially have some leeway with that. There have been giants roaming through the city, destroying destruction of property. All 5 of these people have been seen there. Additionally,
that one I'm part of.
He pauses and looks up at you and goes, say again.
We were there.
I honestly forgot about that one. That one I was a part of.
we were
But
not a
the other
part of
one-
it.
Well, we weren't.
Ah.
They were there, and the giants attacked.
We helped
Shove your
regain control. We helped
Yeah,
the
we
guards
get-
regain
yeah,
control.
Okay, I'm sorry. We gained control of the giants. The giants left. Yes, they destroyed some things, but
That was
were
not our fault.
involved.
Admittance of being at the scene of the crime, however, reluctant to admit fault of any kind.
There were so many other people there.
You might as well.
Yeah,
pull in
but
half
we're still
city
the
at that point.
outsiders. What do you think they're gonna do? They're not gonna take blame for themselves.
Do you want me to continue reading off these charges?
The false charges, sure.
Be them as they may, he says underneath his breath. Additionally, there have been quellings of Darrow gathering and having unauthorized groupings. They had to be dispersed. There was an issue with what does it say? A drow in the marketplace. Appeared to be some kind of fight. Appeared to be an issue. What is this? Keeps it aflame. We can strike mine off the record, your king. It's okay.
Yeah, you can strike all of ours off too.
Things have been. We don't need to talk. We could later whenever we have the rest of the lairds around. We just have the merchant council, and he kind of like motions to Ilsa.
Yeah, that's what I want to. I'm gonna join them. Strike mine off for the moment, and then I'll join when the layers show up.
Silence. The very soft-spoken king. Gardacar is like looking at them, just like I don't believe I'm missing anything here. There was an issue at an inn. Looked to be a kerfuffle of sorts. Looks to be at Birds. Tavern. There's an issue there. There was issue at the Spire. There was a fight that broke out. We'd seen the tiefling one there. The other small is that correct, Ilsa? And then Ilsa's just like looking at them, and then like there's like a little bit of sadness in her eyes, and she's like, that was the dinner. We can remove that, right? Right, guys? No issues there.
Yeah, no issues there for me.
No,
I had a pleasant time at dinner.
we had a lovely dinner. A few drinks. It was great.
The king kind of like peeks up, just like, anything else happened at this dinner? It appears to be that there was a rambunctious crowd that had about to occurred at the Spire.
Yeah, we were having dinner in the the Salt Baron interrupted and was causing issues.
This bloody Salt Baron issues. Can we strike him from the port records? Make sure he's no longer seen at our docks? I've had enough of this name. Is he still docked here? Gardecar is like furiously looking through his notes. He's we don't have a manifest of him leaving. It's potential. He's still here. I'll divert that to Ilsa for, members of the Merchant Council if there's any merchant ships leaving anytime soon. Ilsa just kind of like looks up and just like, there's some things that I don't keep track of the shipyard records. So I don't got anything on that one. That would have been my acquaintance, the one who died. Ratable? That guy? Yep. All of you can roll insight.
I say there's more than 2 merchants in this town. 13.
13.
Fuck me.
I'm looking
That's
for
6.
I'm looking for 16 or higher,
19 plus 3?
which is 22.
21. 22.
19 plus 3 is 22. Good try. Gruk, did you roll?
Got an 11. So
11? Okay. Gwen, due to your kind of like dwarvenly nature, and you're like, wait a minute. Ilsa's not lying, is she? It's kind of like the thought you had yourself. Everyone else just kind of hears Ilsa talk. So Ilsa just kind of like she gives it information, and then it goes back to the king. The king, again, kind of like talking to the person next to him. Let me drag both of their images on screen super quick so you can actually see them.
Damn, Ilsa's really tall.
It's not Ilsa.
What's that, Ilsa?
Oh,
That's not Ilsa.
I don't
That's the
know.
one
All
with the-
dwarves look the same to me.
That's the one with the gold coin dress.
Yep.
I know.
That's the gold coin dress lady. Don't have a name for her. No one has said her name out loud, so no one knows like who they are. But again, for Tom and Gruk, they look kind of familiar. You see them kind of like talking amongst themselves again, and you see the king. His face shifts and contorts, and he has like a smile on his face, and he thinks to himself, he goes, "Aha! Oh, you don't say. Do you think we can?" No. There have been issues. And where there's issues, we can throw things at it. I don't care about them, and they clearly don't care about themselves, because they came in here and were willing to almost die just coming in from behind. I would hate to think about what they would do when they can actually put all of their 4 pea brains together. Oh, there's 5 of them. I thought the other one was mute. Fair enough. The lady steps away from him, and he, again, just kind of like shuffles to himself, and he looks at all of you. What would you say you would have done for any of these crimes being committed?
Exile?
Exile? I'm not hearing beheading. I'm not hearing torture.
I mean,
Not hearing human furniture.
I would think, much like the Salt Baron,
That'd be a
it
good
would be a, oh, I just want these people to never be around again. Like, boom. People can be resurrected. If we're exiled, we're never coming back.
That doesn't appear to have stopped most people coming into our town. However,
but
I
we're men
do
of
want to make sure
upstanding
that you all are
character.
very much aware that for those that ever get to see me twice, you never hear about them. Has anybody ever heard about that? And he kind of like motions for the whole throne room to be like, anybody?
So even your guards over here, they don't see you again?
We have plenty of them.
Okay.
We cycle through quite often, don't we? And you hear a very uncomfortable chorus of huzzah, huzzah, huzzah from the guards. And as they kind of like slam their spears into the ground. Now, I heard one vote for exile. I heard one of you chuckle at human furniture. And to be honest, I'm split between those two thoughts. While I would love to have, my own sized furniture from 3 of you, I don't exactly care for a green tapestry to kind of be thrown about here and such. Much less a red one. So I leave you this. If I exile you, what do I actually have promising from you?
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
Yeah.
If I actually move forward with exiling you, what do I have from you promising me that you'll follow through with this? I have my own issues to take care of, and to be quite honest, I don't exactly want to have blood cleaned up from my throne room this day.
I have a couple options if you want them.
Let's hear the funny one.
The funny one. Well, okay. So I have a companion for you. His name is Dwayne. He
Are you pulling out a rock?
Yeah,
Okay.
he is a pet rock. This was gifted to me by one of the more reasonable stone giants that was also assisting in regaining control. So it's been blessed by stone giants. So if you ever feel lonely, here's the funny option.
Fair enough. Guard, escort him to the edge. At that, you are grabbed by the guard behind you. And you are... I should be able to grab both of you. There we go. You're escorted towards the edge. You're brought to the side.
How about a real option?
I'm listening.
How would you like something that allows you to listen in on the dragon in his private times?
Thimberchad! That fat ass!
Well, yeah.
What would I need to be hearing to him about? I've got everyone's ear here.
Sounds like Thimberchat. Sounds like you guys have been losing control of Thimberchat a little bit.
Oh, are you talking about Gardecar here and the Flame Keepers?
That's just the rumors I've heard being tossed around.
Tell me more about these rumors. He kind of like leans in from his chair.
Well, there's rumors that you're losing control of the dragon. There's rumors that there's going to be a Darrow uprising. There's rumors that a bunch of outsiders...
The Darrow uprising has been something that's been coming along for many years. They've already tried to uprise us against us once during my reign. We squashed that quite thoroughly.
I'm just saying, it sounds like there's a lot of things that could all happen in short succession that would make it more difficult to deal with if they didn't happen individually.
Fair enough. Can all of you roll perception for me? I need a 20.
4.
12.
6.
5.
Get normal.
The king rolled a 1.
Oh, thank God.
Not a 20, that's for sure.
Definitely not a 20. That's for sure. Let me roll for the other person next to him. They rolled a 5.
Can I ask Nevira in like a whisper tone, because we're right next to each other, and ask her again exactly if she remembers what Zach's contract was with the Deep King? Isn't this the Deep King?
This is the Deep King, yeah.
So I have written apology to Deep King, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that means like...
That's what I have too. I quoted it as apologies to the Deep King. All I got.
Yeah, you can absolutely talk amongst yourself for a minute. Gather yourself some thoughts.
Should we mention that there's a group of grave robbers?
I mean, he probably knows about them. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
But I also don't.
I mean, would it hurt to mention?
I mean, no, it's not going to hurt to mention. Go right ahead. You thought of that one.
Oh, great. Thanks.
Okay. Is there something you'd like to say?
No.
No?
I mean, not that it's gonna help, but you did have a group of grave robbers stealing items throughout your town.
You see that the king's gaze slowly turns from Tom over to you and your... how would you describe your voice?
Timid.
In your timid voice. And he looks at you and goes, "You think I need to be worried about grave robbers?
Well,
In a time..." Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you.
Nope, you're good. I was worried that eventually the grave robbers would turn into stealing and maybe they would steal your stuff.
Do I look dead?
No,
At
but they
that...
could turn into stealing from alive people.
Don't worry. He rolled a 1. Don't worry.
Cool.
At that. Here's gonna be the fun part.
Oh,
Okay, I'm gonna jump to where it's just us talking. I'm gonna turn my face cam back on. You can see just us. Because there's not gonna be anything that I can really set for this. At the 1. Everyone else also rolled underneath 10 for their perception. Who here rolled the
I got a
highest?
12.
NPCs rolled less than 10. The highest was a 10. That was by Ilsa. Now, so who here rolled the highest amongst you guys for perception in that roll? Nevira, you can be ignored on this one.
Oh.
Don't worry.
A 6.
6.
I'd rolled a 4.
4.
I had a 5.
5.
Got a 2.
2. Oh, wow, you guys rolled.
So I'm the highest.
Cool.
Guys.
Let me make sure. Yep, nope, that was a 6. I was like, maybe I rolled a 9. Nope, that's a 6.
Here's what happens. Nevira, do you remember how you felt that small little poke in the back in the barracks? And then Boric fell out from your cloak?
Yep.
You feel a very similar poke. What is your action?
I'm going to stay as still as possible, but duck my head.
You're going to duck your head. Okay. You duck your head. All of these events happen almost instantaneously from that going off. Tom, you were at the edge. You were offering Dwayne the Rock to the king. Nevira, you feel a prod in your lower back. Cirella, you see Nevira duck her head. Gwen and Gruk, on your side of things, you see your friend Tom teetering on the edge of this peninsula. Out from the shadow of the same throne that you all had just been at, you see a floating knife. Floating knife of a very familiar purple glow of what some would call not a knife. And that knife plunges. Again, this is all instantaneous. Midway through your conversation of talking with the king and him asking about your timidness, you see this purple knife sink itself into the side of the Deep King's neck. At that time, you feel someone fall from out underneath your cloak, Nevira. Person falling out from underneath your cloak is Thak. As Thak stumbles and does kind of like an action roll from underneath you. And he appears. He appears and he's ready, and he is holding onto a javelin. Not exactly the stealthiest of things, but he is rolled out from the shadows of your cloak, or his previous cloak, holding onto a javelin, and gears up, armed, ready to throw. Now, as he gets ready to throw, you see Gardecar and Ilsa panic. The guards in shock. Half of them appear to be in shock. Can all of you give me perception for the last time?
16.
16.
7.
7.
12.
12. 10.
7.
7. 16 was the highest I heard?
Yeet.
Cirella?
Yeet.
You were able to see that of the panic guards, half of them appear to be not so panicked. In fact, some of them appear to be donning cloaks.
Donning cloaks, like,
Pulling up a hood.
DONNING, as in like putting on something.
Like exactly like what I'm about to do on camera, donning a cloak. You see them do that. Then bam,
Gotcha,
they have a hood
okay.
on. Donning a cloak. As you see that happen, almost everything goes silent in everyone's kind of like minds. There's no sound, there's just sight. You see the Deep King being plunged. You see Thack roll out. You see half of these guards pulling up their cloaks. You see that Gardecar Ilsa visibly panicked, shocked at what's happening inside of here. You see the creature next to the Deep King almost wince herself in pain, almost like she was feeling that same feeling of being stabbed in the neck. And with that, I need you all to roll initiative. Math and stuff done for initiatives and stuff. So here's what's going to happen. So all of you guys got that beautiful play out about everything that's occurring to you in front of your scenes. Everyone's rolled for their initiative. This tool is hopefully going to make it a little bit easier to kind of track those initiatives and stuff like that. So immediately what you see is you see the female dwarf next to the king wince, panic, almost as if in the same pain themselves. And they are going to respond with attempting to attack back at, well, what you know to be Boric. So they're going to make their own attack. Let's see. They are going to... What do I want to do? I guess they only have one true thing. You see them shed everything that they had about them. Almost very disturbingly shed everything about them. Like, you see that this person is morphing into something that they weren't before. They are no longer that same kind of dwarven stature that you had seen just a moment ago. Instead, what you now see, if I can get to there, you see... Oh, do I not have... Hold on 1 second. Let me pause again.
Oh,
Nice.
What was that?
All right,
Yeah.
new token updated. Cool, got it. Totally didn't take me way too long to do that. Also, I'm going to be taking
That's
off
okay.
the DM thing because now I'm starting to sweat. Because now I'm also getting kind of hot and bothered by all the stuff that's about to start happening to you. But you guys see that this thing just start to transform. You see its back hunched over and out sprout wings. Its ass spawns a tail. And you see that its hands and legs turn that of claws. You are now looking at some weird demonic creature. Cirella, you look at this and you think to yourself, do I see myself in that? As this thing rips itself out from whatever form it previously was. Make sense? Great deal.
Nice.
She's going to fly over to here, and she's going to crawl across the body of the king, mantling him, and is going to swipe at Boric. And she's going to make her swipe. Should be able to roll for attack.
Oh, what the fuck?
Ooh.
Ooh, so that's just a hit. That's just a hit. So rolls that. Boric, I think. Yep, he's got a 14, so we're going to roll for some damage. And so that wasn't a crit. 7 damage. Not that bad. Not that bad. So we're going to do that, and we're going to do apply damage. So Boric takes his hit. So as this creature climbs up and swipes, you just see this gash just cut across, almost slicing Boric's beard like clean off of him. You see it's like sheared. His once beautiful beard knotted, now just strands hanging from him, as you see this bright crimson just start to bubble up from his chest. That is going to be that creature's turn. And now we've got Thack's turn. Thack is readying his kind of action from here, and he is going to. He should be able to. I did not give him his thing. Hold on again as well. I should have had an item on there, motherfucker. There we go. Cool. Now he's got that. He's going to roll for his javelin, and he's going to take aim and is going to kind of like pinpoint it at the king.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice. So he rolls a 19, and so he's going to throw it. You see him throw it, and you see it spiraling through the air, and it hits dead air. It just stops. And then falls pitifully to the ground, and you hear that very soft tink, 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 as it kind of like rattles and settles on the ground. And you see now that there is an aura around the king's throne. There's some kind of invisible wall surrounding it. And you see that the creature that had once climbed over the king turns around to the sound, and you hear this. And that is going to be Thak's turn. This stone guard. What's up?
I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, you just think again. Like a weird cat hiss. Yeah. This guy is going to make his King's Knife attack against one of the guys in front of him. That rolled in 8. That does nothing. So you see Gruk, these two guards behind you start to like immediately start to try and like battle each other, but you see that they're just like locked in arms. Gardecar he's got nothing on him. Gardecar is panicked. He sees his king be stabbed. He sees this weird creature, this weird winged lady immediately jump out, and he calls out and he goes, "Run!" And he's going to try and start running past. But he's going to get, he's got a friendly next to him, then he gets grappled down here. So that should be, yep, that's
Fucking useless.
He's panicked, dude. As he runs by Ilsa, she's going to also follow suit. However, she's going to take a bit of a longer path around because she's like, nope, don't need this. So she's going to run. This stone
you better
guard,
run.
This stone guard is an enemy. And Cirella, you are currently on your knees in front of him, and he is going to take a swipe at you with his deal as well. He's going to. Sorry. He's going to take a swipe at you with a knife. So no worries there. Hopefully no worries. 13 ties. So you're good. So you see that this creature begins to stick you as you raise up your hand. Tell me how you block him.
I just wait.
So you're
raise up.
Yeah, you're on your knees. Dwarf guy is dwarf height, so you guys are almost at like eye level comparatively, and then he's going to try and stick you. So he's going to bring his arm back, and he's going to like jab at you. So he's jabbing you at like torso neck level.
I would just try to I don't know, like elbow his arm or like push his arm out of like my area, my torso side.
Okay. So you do that.
I'm all blurry.
You do that. You knock him away. It's going to be the next dwarf's turn. Friendly dwarf. This dwarf is going to see you expertly deflect, and he's going to grab you and kind of like hoist you to lift you up. So he's going to give you an action to kind of get yourself up back to standing, so you're not that bothered. He's going to take his, I believe it's bonus action for this. Nope, that is a full action. Okay, never mind. But he's going to ready himself. He's going to ready himself for something to happen the next turn. Cirella, it's your turn.
I'm going to attack this guard here.
Is that... Yep, that's an enemy. Okay,
yep.
Go for it.
With my morning star that I have. Because, yeah, apparently I still have that.
Yep, you guys should have most, if not all, of your equipment on you.
So I'm assuming I don't know where would we have had it? Would we have just had it on the ground next to us, or would we have like
on your person? It's like nothing was ever removed from you.
Okay, so I just kind of like quickly like grab it and then try to like stab him with the morning star, like a piercing kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah. How does 18 do?
How does an 18 do? 18's gonna tie.
Well, I mean, wait. Do I add my strength to that? Is that what that is?
So you typically have your roll to just kind of hit. You do have a strength modifier, so you add your strength modifier to hit.
Oh wait. Okay, just kidding. That's not what I initially rolled. So actually, it would be a 22. Sorry, I need to learn how to math.
No worries. Okay, 22 hits.
Dope.
So you're smacking this guy right next to you?
Yeah.
You're smacking the same dwarf that tried to just stick you just a moment ago. Okay.
And then got a D8 plus 2. That's an 8 plus 2. That's a 10.
10? Right on.
10.
Okay, so he takes his damage. Can you do anything else?
I'm just gonna wait.
Okay. Gruk, it's your turn.
So would I be able to just leave? Would I just be able to leave, like walk away from where I'm at without getting opportunity attack, or would this one?
You do have one enemy that is next to you within 5 feet that would take a swing at you. So no, you wouldn't be able to just leave freely unless you have something that allows you to.
We. No. I'll get up and turn around and attack that one then.
Okay. Excellent. What are you trying to do?
I'm gonna stab him with Gluggle Glog's grandfather's harpoon.
Okay, go for it. Roll to hit.
How do I do that?
Describe to me what you're doing while you roll.
How do how do I roll?
Are you trying to do it in the tool?
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and double left click on your character Gruk, and you'll get your character sheet.
Huh.
Double click on your token.
Yeah.
You get your character sheet that popped up. Go to inventory.
Okay.
And then you see all your different items that you have inside of here. So you're going to left click on that big old dice that shows up when you hover over the item that you're wanting to use.
Oh.
And it shows up in the little chat log of like what you're doing.
Okay.
And then you can roll attack from inside of there. And it will do all the calculations for you.
So first I have to roll for an attack.
Yes, roll for an attack. Describe to me what you're doing while you roll.
So obviously I'm guessing we were all kneeling.
You were kneeling, yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna. What would be more feasible? Just trying to turn around and like just
Whatever
stab
you want,
him while
buddy.
kneeling,
You tell me.
or actually stand up and then turn around and stab him.
You tell me.
I guess just stand up and turn around to stab him.
Okay. So you stand up, turn around, try to stab him. Great deal.
Do I have advantage since I have another ally within 5 feet of me?
If that's what gives you advantage.
Well, because there is a flanking roll, but I'm not sure if.
We're going to ignore that.
Okay. I'll do advantage then.
Damn it. I guess it doesn't matter for me.
That's
14. So as you said you spin around, turn around, try to stab him. As you get ready for it, this creature, since he realizes that most of his brothers have now donned hoods beside him, is immediately ready for it. As you lunge with the tip of your spear, he kind of like jumps backwards and barely makes it around the tip of your spear from impaling upon himself.
All right.
You do anything else?
No, I guess not.
All right. Gonna go jump to the next stone guard. This is a friendly. This friendly is behind Nevira. Nevira, you feel that someone kind of like lifts you up just barely, just like trying to like get you up off the ground. So he stands you up. He turns around. And he's going to come take a swing at one of these other dwarves. Or sorry, he's not going to take another swing at the dwarves. He's going to turn around and he's going to realize that he's got some friends around him, and he's actually going to enlarge. So he's going to go for that. Consume the ability. So you see him, and now... Wow, you get Mega Dwarf! So he's taking up a little bit more space, so he's just a little bit beefier, and he kind of like moves betwixt the other characters, the other dwarves, and is going to kind of like begin to get himself ready for another action. Jumps to another dwarf. This is the dwarf that Gruk, you had just missed. So he's going to see that he's surrounded and is actually thinking better of himself. He's like, I don't need to be here for this situation. After getting through this kind of like, hoorah, he is going to be frightened. So he's actually going to take his turn to turn invisible.
Pussy!
So he turns invisible. You see the dwarf that you had just tried to take a swing at immediately like shimmer out of existence. With that, we're going to jump to Tom Bardy. Tom, it is your turn.
Am I kneeling?
You are standing. You're standing,
'cause I figured
holding
he's
on
ready
to
to-
Dwayne the Rock.
Dwayne the Rock.
I believe it was Dwayne the Rock. If I'm incorrect, I'm incorrect.
It is. It is Dwayne the Pet Rock. Yes. So, if I put Dwayne away, and then pull out Dawnbringer, and I'm like, let's get ready to kick some ass, bro. Is that what is that? Is that one full action? Is that anything?
Do you already have Dawnbringer equipped?
I mean, I have him equipped. Yeah. I didn't know if I had him in my hand, but I have him equipped.
If you already have him equipped, it's not going to take any action to do anything. You will just
Okay.
pull him out.
Okay. All right. Let's get it, buddy. Okay. So, let's see here. Okay, so when I click on Dawnbringer, it says this weapon has 1 of 1 uses per day remaining. I'm assuming you're talking about the lesser restoration property. So I don't know if.
So when you click on Dawnbringer, you can choose to not consume the available usage. So it should be a checkbox. Just say, hey,
Yep.
no. And
Okay.
instead, when you click on it, so there is the dice thing that comes up next to it. Instead, when you left click on Dawnbringer, it brings out like that list of stuff. There's like items directly underneath it that say like standard roll, attack, damage, stuff like that.
Oh,
Click on
got it.
attack. So for
Okay.
yours, it's a little different because your sword has an extra ability tied to it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. I did the thing where you like stand in line for 20 minutes and then you get there and they're like, "What do you want?" And you're like, I don't know."
Not a big deal.
Okay. I'm gonna smack him.
With a sword?
Public
You're gonna
realm.
smack him?
Well, smack him with the pointy bit. Slashing bit, the sharp part.
Oh.
What's that? 13?
13. 13 is not going to hit.
I honestly forgot what that roll just was. But I have a +7 to hit with Dawnbringer according to D&D Beyond.
And
And
it
was that a
does-
6 that I got?
Yes, you rolled a 6. It already takes into account all the extra stuff. So it should automatically put in all those modifiers for you.
I was just confused because I saw the 1 +2 +3 +2.
Yeah,
whatever.
it's we can talk about the formula stuff outside of this because it's a little confusing for NPCs versus players. So
Mhm.
no worries.
Okay.
I'm in the same boat of like, what?
Okay. Fuck, so I didn't hit him.
So that was your action.
Yep.
Excuse me.
You're good. Can you die? Can you die quieter, maybe?
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I love you. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Demonetized.
Demonetized.
We're an hour and a half into this. It's fine.
Fuck. Okay, so who's the most surrounded?
Who's the most surrounded?
Yeah.
Taking a look at everyone on here, I would probably say there's not like a surrounded per se. It's pretty even. Pretty even.
Or you could do a spell against the Deep King because we threw a weapon at it and it didn't do anything, but magic could possibly do something.
Maybe. Well, the only thing I got left is I don't have anything that's just a bonus action aside from healing somebody.
Mm.
Fuck.
Boric! He needs heals.
Who?
Boric.
The sandwich guy? Oh, Boric.
Butt plug, dude.
Thank you for saying it in terms that I can understand. Okay, fuck. I forget all the things I can do as a bonus action. Aside from just, I mean, I can walk away from this dude and he'll probably take a swing at me, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna walk away from him anyway.
Okay. As you walk away, he's going to take a swing. Uh, 18.
Fuck, that did hit me.
All right. So as you start making your way away, describe to me what's happening.
I don't want to be near lava, so I'm like, all right, cool. I get my normal movement speed plus for me. When you take an attack action on your turn, your walking speed increases by 10 feet until the end of the turn. So I'm gonna run over here to my friends, which shit's not telling me how far it is. Control. I'm gonna go over here.
Okay. As you go briefly before you're making your way out of there, you feel a red hot pain enter from your back. Not enough to like cause you immense pain, but you're like, okay, that's not what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that, Courtney.
Saw what?
Your little thing on the map.
Oh, my, like, movement?
Yeah. I'm like, oh, I guess that's where she's going.
No. I'm just seeing.
How much damage do I take?
You took 6. I already applied it.
Oh, I'm keeping track of it in
D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond as well.
Yeah. Yeah, you took 6 piercing damage.
Okay.
Nice.
Anything else you can do for your turn?
Nope. Ow, that fucking hurt. Hi, guys.
Hey, buddy.
All right, this is friendly. So this guy is going to similarly also take his enlarge action as he's going to be getting ready for that. Consume the usage. Doo-doo. And then now he gets big. Doot. So you see another dwarf just all of a sudden grow, and as he grows, he's going to take a step in between some of these other creatures. So they're trying to make like almost like a wall around you guys, like shielding you from the opposite end of this room. As you guys look down the hall, you realize that you couldn't see the end of the hall before, and even now you still can't see the end of the hall, so you're not sure what goes on further down this line. More or less so how expansive this room truly is now that hell has almost broken loose and you're looking at some of the finer details when you probably shouldn't be. It is now Hogar's turn. Hogar is going to be quite mad with some of his issues that happened here and is going to He is, what do we want him to do?
Great.
I know what he's going to do. He'll go ahead and also take his enlarge action. So he is also going to get large now. The king has now grown. So king got big. And you see that as he's like shifting and getting larger, you can hear like the bones cracking inside of him. And it's like a weird sickening thing as what you had previously thought to be like a very tiny, tiny person inside of that big ass coat, you realize that as he's growing, that everything underneath him is him. That bulging mass underneath the coat you thought was just big old fur, that's him. As you can see, like the seams of his clothes start to rip and tear. You can see underneath, you can see like this bulging features of a man. As he does that, so he gets the fun thing of 2 actions and a turn. He's going to take his Warhammer, and he is going to be very upset at what had just happened to him as he kind of turns around and sees the feeble creature of Boric just kind of like clawing over him, stepping over through the brazier and going to make an attack. Because he is large, he gets a bonus. I believe it is... Okay, 2 hit does nothing. Damage increases.
King sucks at rolling is what I'm hearing.
Do what?
Oh, never mind.
You just
Take it
had to
back.
say
Why
something.
did you say
You
that?
just had to say something, Matt.
I take
you
it back.
son
I
of a
didn't mean it.
bitch.
Oh God.
Oh, it's too late now. You just rolled
So,
20.
You just had to say something.
So Boric turns into a red paste.
So, Hogar's enlarged, and he's mad. Really mad. He is going to do, I believe that it's the versatile. So he gets an extra 1d. Wow. Wow. And because it was a crit.
What was that? Was that a 15?
It's a total of 39.
The 39. Holy shit. Well,
So Borik's dead, right?
what, Boric?
So you see the mighty king enlarge. You hear the bones, and you see the threads start to like rip. You hear the tearing of these royal robes barely holding on. The dwarven ingenuity you thought themselves to be that of machine makers and crafters. Nay, they also be expert seamstresses. And you see him bring out this hammer that had previously been hidden amongst his clothing. And you see that not only has his clothing matched his size, but so has his hammer. And you see this beautiful inlaid onyx hammer, a nice oak wood finish. And you see it swing at speeds at which you had never seen. And you see it land into the side of his own throne. And you realize, moments later, that is where Borik's head used to be. As Boric takes his final breath. If he could.
Like dead.
Oh, the dead!
Dead. Like he's dead. Like not dead. Like
The king-
Dead. Oh, cool. Oh God.
Pulls out the warhammer from his throne, and you see his throne misted in red, a little bit of pink, and the tiniest, Gwen, according to you, the tiniest of hairline fractures occur in that throne. No one else sees this, they just see the red mist.
So he's not just dead, he's like ultra super mega dead.
I
Like
would say
he got fucking like hit by a 50 cal like gun that's on a boat somewhere that just hit him from 3 miles
His
away.
head gone. There's nothing.
Here's what I'm going to tell you.
39.
Here's what I'm going to tell you guys. I made the crits moving forward in this to give you all a sense of appreciation. A big, meaty crit. When you guys roll a 20, you guys are going to roll your max damage dice. That also goes for the NPCs.
Brutal criticals, yes. This.
So when you roll a crit, you're going to feel so satisfied at that nice thunk of a crossbow going through the battlefield, landing perfectly in the eye of some creature yards away. You're going to feel that satisfying, sickening twist as you rip the sinews of someone with your dagger as you plunge it into their chest. And you're also going to feel the very satisfying crunch of your own friends as their heads disappear from existence.
How much of a
Hogar
friend
turns
he
around.
was. I liked his beard though.
His beard was pretty cool. It got slashed though before, so his beard was already ruined.
Oh, so I can get it. I could theoretically like pick up his beard. And put it on.
Theoretically, could. Not going to tell you no. But you see that Hogar turns around, and you see him swing his hammer and slam it again onto the ground, hammer on the bottom, hand up on top of the hilt, and he looks out and he goes, "Bring them here."
Doesn't change that you're named after a sandwich.
So that's going to be Hogar's turn. It's going to be this guy's turn. So this guy, similarly how they are also seeing their friends, they are going to try and take a stab at one of the dwarves next to him. He's going to probably take a stab at one of the smaller dwarves. So he's going to take his King's Knife. He's going to make an attack. Normal attack. What do we get? Cool. So he's going to try and lock in combat with one of his friends, and you see them grapple onto each other, and you see that in this kind of betrayer's eyes, those that still hold value to the king, you see that his already pale skin from being down here, this like ashen purple skin, immediately drains of additional color as he's locked in combat, and he did not get an attack in. Nevira, it's your turn.
Right. Since he seems to be locked in combat, I'm gonna go with the one that just tried to attack. And I'm gonna throw
This guy right here.
my dagger at him.
Okay.
Would that be an advantage, maybe?
I don't need it. 23.
Okay.
Ooh,
23 hits.
I don't need it.
Was that a crit, or is that just 23?
18 plus 5, so
Okay.
no.
Okay, 23
5 damage?
does hit. 5 damage. Okay, 5 damage to him. So describe to me what you did.
Well, since I'm pretty much still facing the forward, I'm gonna spin around and fling my dagger at him.
Nice. It just sneaks right through the two enlarged dwarves, and you sink it, and it goes right in the back of his neck.
Okay, and then I'm gonna use my bonus action of crossbow expert attack, and you can use a bonus action to attack with a hand crossbow.
Goddamn.
So I'm gonna do that. Da-da-da-da. 15.
15 on the same creature?
Yes.
15 does not hit.
Fuck.
So, as expertly as you'd thrown your dagger, just barely filling it through all these creatures, just you almost see like the dagger has a mind of its own, and you immediately pull out your crossbow, and you do not follow that same path with that bolt. It goes awry. Anything else?
Well, I don't think so. You can't take like double bonus actions,
No.
right? Okay, didn't think so. No, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
The creature that was previously in charge of holding onto Tom realizes that his captive is no longer there. And after seeing, captive? Yeah, captive, is no longer there. And after seeing his king bring out this warhammer so excellently, he gets a sense of revitalization in the cause of this city, this fine, deep king. And as this is the only time he can ever see his king before he is cycled through, he's going to take this as a time to go ahead and bring out the javelin. And he's going to take similar action to what he had seen Thak do, and he's going to he's going to throw his own javelin, and he's going to be aiming it at Tom. What do we get?
9.
Right on. Cool. So you see this creature. Well, Tom, you don't see this creature. You just feel as something just billows past your head. And it just lands, and you see it kind of like boing, 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 just kind of like in the ground, in the stonework. And you turn around, and you see a very sheepish dwarf.
That was your only chance.
He is going to take an action to run. He's going to run there. Whoop.
He's gonna go hide.
Yeah.
So he goes that way. It is now this dwarf. This is friendly. Cool.
We can't see him.
No, you can't. That's the point.
I was hoping he'd stay
So
right by that lava.
this friendly guard is going to take aim at his other buddy here. Gonna roll for attack. I'll try and cycle through some of these unless something cool happens. 12, nothing happens. You see them kind of lock arms again. They're so expertly trained with each other because these are like brothers and sisters in arms. They're used to each other, so they're kind of able to kind of like counter each other at their every moves. It is going to be Gwen's turn.
Gwen,
No.
Oh god.
Get him, Gwen.
you gonna do it?
Sheep. Okay. And,
Remember that healing from 2 hours ago? There you go.
uh-huh.
Be inspired.
All right, I'm
What
gonna
the hell
attack
are you doing?
that dude right here. Attack that guy.
Which dude? You can hold
front of
left
me.
click to like make it a bit
Who's
easier to see.
attacking this guy?
This
Okay.
guy. This guy.
Okay, I'm just want to make sure. So on the
Okay.
stream side of things, it's like larger to see. On me, I can zoom in. So for like the recording side, it's just a little harder. So I just want to make sure. That's all. Battle
Yeah.
axe.
Yay!
Yeah.
Is that
What
it?
did we roll?
She rolled 20.
50?
Rolled a 20. That'll hit.
No, she rolled a 15. She got 20.
Yeah.
That'll still hit.
Still hit.
Yay!
Like I see the bigger number is like what it is. So
7?
okay, 7 slashing damage. Cool. So describe to me as you bring this down on the guard.
Gwen is still grubby about the turn of events that happened before we got in here. But all of this commotion, she's like, all right, I think we might need to run. And so she's trying to make a hole
Okay.
to like get out if possible.
So you're bringing down a hole, but describe to me what you're doing with this war axe. Or this
There's a
battle axe.
person in my way. I need to make a hole through you if you're not going to get out of my way. So she's coming up behind him and then taking a battle axe and maybe trying to split it in half if necessary. So she's going from the top of the head.
Right on. So as you kind of swing it down, you go and you get like sinks into the back of their head, and so you see that like you were almost like splitting their cranium. You see like the blood start to stain their silver hair.
Move, bro.
Can you do anything else?
Move, bro.
No.
Oof,
that's all I
bro.
got.
Just fucking brain him, and then you're like, bro, get out of my way.
right.
Come on, man. You're being rude.
It is
Fucking
this guard's
move.
turn. This guard here is going to see that he's surrounded by other creatures. He's going to try and enlarge himself to try and match the same kind of stuff. So he's going to enlarge.
Oh,
Oh, but that's all he can do for his turn. So that's going to be the end of his turn. This guard, he's friendly. Gruk, you're already standing up. This guy's going to also do his enlarge action. So they're starting to see that other creatures are starting to get larger, and they're like, I need to be able to like match up with this stuff. We can't like let that kind of stuff happen. So he's going to enlarge. Right next to you, Gruk. So you just see all of a sudden this dwarf. And it's the same height as you, magically. Ah. So very impressive.
Yeah.
This guy here is also going to be doing the same thing. So he's going to also be attempting to enlarge
Everyone's
himself.
getting big.
They're kind of gotta get big. This character also gets large.
Uh-oh.
Round
No.
2.
Oh, that's what that sound was.
Start of
Well,
round
that
2.
more-
I know, guys. We had so much fun on one round. One guy's head got turned into mist.
And
Yeah.
that only
No?
lasted.
Not
6
even a
seconds.
second. Yeah, less than 6 seconds. It was, you saw, oh, I'm so sorry. That sucked. You saw him, and then you didn't. It's like a magic trick. Which he did 3 times now. He did 3 magic tricks. So cool. So this creature that you see is going to... What does this want to do? What would make the most sense?
Not a clue.
Us going home.
I say
Us
they're all
going
like,
home.
oh, you know
Not
what?
killing
My bad,
us.
man. I thought you guys are cool. I'm impressed by you guys. You can leave now.
No, this probably make the most sense. So they are going to fly. They're going to fly.
They have that power?
They have, yeah.
They have wings.
Yes, they do.
Oh, the girl. Okay, got it.
Yep. So the winged creature that you had seen just morph out of what used to be a very pretty dwarven lady wearing a nice golden dress, now sprouted into this equally pretty but also slightly terrifying demon lady.
Can you make her not that close to me?
No, because she's going to be coming after Thak after seeing that he had tried to attack the king.
This is where we lose
To me, it makes the most sense, but I mean...
Yeah. I figure she'd go after Thak, or she'd go after Dead Guy, or she'd go after me for being a smartass.
Well, here's the thing. So you see her fly. You see her flout her wings, and she is going to take to the sky. She's going to go up a couple feet, and she's going to come diving down at Thak, and she's going to have her hands out, claws ready. But you see that while she does this, is that she goes through and past where you had seen Thak's javelin go. So she's no longer up in that original dais spot.
Who wants to go tumble in the ring with the king?
You do.
Ain't me.
Ain't me. So you see her come out, and she's going to take claw, and she's going to go and roll for attack. 18. Thak's got not 18. So there's going to be some damage rolls.
1.
Oh, thank God.
She barely tickles him.
Hold on. Why isn't it... Never mind. Anyone, sure. Whatever. Cool. So Thak gets... You see him like lose a couple buttons on his shirt, so now his chest is more exposed. But otherwise, he's like, "Bring it!" He's like more invigorated by like the sense of attack, and he's kind of having like a no hold barred kind of a thing. Something you guys are kind of very familiar with maybe one of your own party members' attitudes. It is now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's now going to be Thak's turn. Thak, no longer having the javelin in his hand, is going to try and make a scramble past this creature, and he's going to take an attack from the creature as he tries to reach forward for his javelin. He barely gets a couple of steps up from here as the creature swipes at him again. Where did it go? Why did it go away? There we go. So that's just going to be straight damage for the attack. 5 damage. Not a big deal. Thak grabs his javelin, and he's going to take it. And instead of what he's going to do, he's going to instead take this as a time to grab it, roll over on himself, and then stick it up towards the lady. Not so great. So he, as he gets clawed and swiped at, you can see that some of his shirt is being more tattered. He grabs a javelin, jabs it up towards the lady, but however she kind of like dodges it, and she's like hovering in the air about 5 feet. So she's like, so she's gonna be hovering. So now she has an elevation of 5 feet above that right now. It is now going to be this stone guard's turn. This stone guard he's not turned himself big, so now he is going to turn himself big. Consume that. Appearance. Oh god. Okay, increase. Cool. That's his full action. Nothing else is going to be done. Gardecar. Gardecar is pissing himself. He is very much not in the land of wanting to die, so he's going to again take his time to go ahead and make a run.
Pussy.
Ilsa is similarly going to make a run.
Son of a bitch.
What?
Oh,
Sorry.
Yeah? This stone guard is seeing that you're calling out people out, and he kind of like chuckles himself and just like, really, you want to be calling them that? And he's going to take his action. He's going to pull off the javelin from him, and he's going to stick it at you.
No.
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 Why did the attack not work?
Because I said no.
Apparently.
Damn it.
Ooh.
23. 23 is gonna hit. So as
No.
you
No, I refuse. But what if I don't want it to?
It's okay.
7 damage is what's going to happen to you.
Oh, where did I get hit?
So he takes the javelin and sticks it through you, and you feel it like pierce your lower abdomen
Oh, well, that hurts.
a little bit.
Ow.
So he's gonna jab you at that, and that's going to be that guy's turn. This is going to be a friendly. This friendly, I believe, was previously grappled with another one of the guards, and he's going to take his action to go ahead and get large because he needs to. Cirella, you hear the of one of the dwarves just start growing next to you. Cirella, it's your turn.
All right, well, I'm gonna try to attack the guy that just stabbed me
Go for it.
because fuck you.
That guy
That's
right there.
why. That would be a shit. Hold on. 18.
18 ties.
So does that do anything?
I believe we were saying no. Tie goes to the defender
Okay.
For attacks?
for attacks. Is that not correct?
No.
I think that's how we've been doing it.
Attack ties usually go to the attacker.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, try to remind me on that. Go attack.
Oh, I can attack?
Go attack. Roll for
Are we-
damage.
I don't know what I just used. I mean, I do, but I forgot. Sorry.
You're fine.
It would be a 9.
9. Got it.
Yes. I'm using my Morning Star, by the way, yet again, if I forgot to mention that.
You were using it previously, which is great. So you've been using the Morning Star the entire time. You're fine.
Yeah.
Yep, that
Attack
creature took
guy.
its damage, so as it impaled you in the abdomen, you immediately take your Morning Star and describe to me what you do.
I turn around and whack him. I'm aiming for his, like, neck, shoulder area to, like, whack him with.
Perfect. You sink it in, and you get that, like, delicious sounding as that, like, sickening squelch as you kind of, like, lay that into him.
Take that, you little bitch. Sorry.
I'm
As
gonna
a bonus
I'm gonna give
action.
you inspiration on that.
Mama ain't raised no bitch.
I'm gonna give you inspiration on that.
Mama didn't raise anybody.
Fair. Fair. As a bonus action, I'm gonna use my blood curse of bloated agony against the bitch that just attacked Thack.
Okay, what does that do?
yeah.
What happened?
So, as bonus action, you curse a creature that you can see within 30 feet of you, causing its body to swell until the end of your next turn. For the duration, the creature has disadvantage on strength checks and dexterity checks, and it takes 1d8 necrotic damage if it makes more than one attack during its turn. And then actually I was going to amplify it too, so then actually it would have to make a Constitution saving throw at the end of its turn and the curse. So.
Okay, for the
And that
duration, the creature
lasts
has
for
disadvantage.
1
strength.
minute.
It takes 1d8 necrotic if it makes more than one attack. If it takes more than one attack.
Yes.
If it makes more than one attack. Okay, cool. So you do that, and you curse it. So you kind of like, essentially, you give it high blood pressure.
Sure, we'll go with that.
I mean, I'm just
We'll
wondering.
see.
Sorry, I was like rubbing my eyes up, thinking of something. Just like, so what do you do? You make their like blood like thicker. You make their like blood vessels constrict.
I make them. I make the cells in your body swell, so that way, like you're like.
Yeah,
now-
so they become like blotchy and red.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, that's awesome. So that creature has that happening to them. Cool. Can you do anything else? And then hold on, I'll be right back.
You do anything else? Bye.
Can you do anything else? Bye. No, not right now.
Okay. Not a problem. Gruk, your turn.
Okay. So I am going to get up to Thack.
Okay.
I'm gonna say to him.
So you're leaving the zone of one of the creatures that could that attack of opportunity to you, by the way, but before you do that. Is that okay?
No,
No?
there's no.
Right here, underneath.
How long is his blade? Like 10
Or
feet?
I'm sorry. Never mind. I'm so sorry. I can see things. I forgot you can't. That guy, don't worry about him.
Yeah, well, I was about to say he should not have the
Yeah,
reach.
no, you're right. From where you are, I'm sorry. I apologize. I had the wrong character. You're fine.
Okay, so I'm gonna get up to Thack and say, "All right, now this is gonna feel a little weird, but trust me, it's gonna be good." And I'm gonna take out one of my big wig mushrooms and shove it down his mouth.
Okay.
You eat it.
Not a problem. So Thack is like turned towards you, like his back is on the stairs, like with the javelin like pointed up at the lady, and you walk up to him and you just say that again.
This is gonna feel a little weird, but it's gonna help.
Cool. You shove that into his gullet, and you just see him just like eat your fist, and you're just like, you pull out your hand, and he's forced to swallow whatever just came into him. And so you gave him that.
Yeah, the big wig mushroom.
And plus, that is so like well put together. He'd probably be like, "No, fuck it, no, there's degrading. Stop it."
Okay, so as you do that, you shove it down his throat. He eats it, and you just see him like also not like as disgustingly like bones breaking kind of shit sounds, but you see him get large. Maybe not twice as large. Just do 1.5. But you see him visibly grow.
Mm-hmm.
A big old snack.
Bro, I see Thack visibly grow in my dreams every night.
Big snacks.
Thack is just very like, I like what just happened. He's like,
Double in size, Thack, hell yeah.
Gruk, do you want to? What else would you like to do?
Okay, so if my logic is correct here, in terms of potions, applying them to other people is a bonus action, while taking them yourself is an action, right?
I'll agree.
Okay. Would what I just did be a bonus action?
I'll agree.
Okay. Now I would like to take my other big wig mushroom that I have.
Get it, bro.
Why don't
Go
you just
for it.
attack the person in front of you?
Go for it. You eat a big wig mushroom?
I want to see fucking Godzilla versus King Kong, Hrogar versus Gruk.
All right, Gruk, you grow not double your size, but you also get just as big, almost as big as Thack. So you kind of grow an extra. What you grew an extra like 2.5 feet. So, just to give you a thing,
Yeah.
so when you are enlarged like that, you get an extra die to your attack. So, say something like a dagger is a what is it? Or whatever. Sorry, whatever damage is like a 1d6. You would roll an extra d6 due to your increased size in this fight.
Cool.
Isn't that just for strength-based things?
Yes, typically. Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
'cause I was gonna eat one, and then I realized it's all strength-based.
like crossbow's not going to do it. A dagger would, even though a dagger's like finesse or dex.
It depends on if you're doing this or you're doing that.
So, well,
If it's a finesse weapon, you can do either dex or strength anyways, so.
there you go.
Yeah, I use my dex modifier for everything, so I'm assuming that it would do nothing for me other than make me a bigger target.
The dex isn't going to help you because it's not going to make you do it any better, but you're doing it strength. It's like you are like slamming this thing because it's going to grow in proportion with you.
Right.
Cool.
Cool, cool, cool.
No doubt, no doubt.
No doubt. Okay, Grok, anything else?
Then after eating my big wig, if I'm not able to do it, that's fine. I can do something else. But
No,
if
you
I'm
did. You ate it. I made you big.
Yeah, I know. But after eating the mushroom, would I be able to equip my shield and spear?
No.
Okay.
Way
fine
too
then.
many things. Way too many actions. They take equipment time.
Would I then be able to move to the other side of this demon wing lady?
Like move between Thack and the demon lady.
Okay. Well, I see a plus 5 feet. I'm guessing she's flying
Yeah,
higher.
she's just 5 feet above.
Okay. Then that'll be it then.
Okay. It is now going to go to this Grey Dwarf's turn. That's a friendly. Gwen, they had seen you previously sink your war axe into the back of this creature's head, and he's going to look to himself and just kind of give you like a very satisfying toothy grin where a lot of the teeth are missing more than probably should. But you know that they mean well. They are going to take their javelin and they are going to equally stab it into what used to be a friend of theirs. Unfortunately, as they go to sink it in, they go and it kind of like tinks off the armor and doesn't sink in. And he just kind of like looks at you sheepishly, like, "Eee?"
It's okay, buddy. We're gonna do this again.
This guy's going to start
I shot
running.
and I missed. And I shot him again, and I missed him.
And I missed. And I hit box.
Tom Bardy.
Tom Bardy. Okay, so if I go to this dude's side, that does not create an attack of opportunity because I'm still within a space, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go over here.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna smack him.
Okay.
And you got advantage because I'm on the other side.
Is that real?
Flanking, yeah.
No, we're not doing flanking.
Okay.
We're not doing flanking.
We're not?
Okay.
Nope.
Oh, I thought we were.
Not,
We
in,
mentioned that.
not in this fight. Nope.
Never mind then.
We'll have fluctuating circumstances, and I apologize. We might have some weird stuff between a lot of the sessions, but I think it's more like situational for cooler stuff to happen, like flanking when it matters and when it doesn't. This is an all-out brawl.
Does 20 hit?
Does a 20 hit? 20 smacks.
Hell yeah.
What are you smacking with?
Dawnbringer.
Damn.
Unfortunately, I think I just self-rolled that instead of showed it to everybody, but I just dealt 13 radiant damage.
No, you rolled it, everybody.
Oh, did I? Okay.
Yeah, no, it came up. So because you were doing, so the cool thing about the dice in this one is if you do like certain kinds of damage, like regular damage, regular dice. Radiant damage, use different dice. Or necrotic damage, use acid dice. Poison damage, you guessed it, poison dice.
So it's like yellow.
Yeah,
showing
it was like a
radiant.
white and yellow.
That's
You know what
neat.
else is fun? Is that if you use force damage, ooh, you get wobbly dice.
Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, I want to smack shit out of the guy next to me.
Cool. Go ahead and describe to me what you did.
I basically go up to his side and I'm like, "Hey, bro, what's going on? I see you're trying to fight my friends, and I also see that you're about my height right now because you haven't gotten big. Die."
I'm about to say, keep in mind this is the same one that Cirella had Morning Starred and sunk into the side of his neck. So he's got back completely turned to you.
Yeah. I say it anyway.
Okay, cool.
It's for me, not him.
And that's all that counts.
Yeah. And then when you figure out how
You need
to
to move
do
in
it,
action.
So then what I'm going to do is do a defensive flourish. When you take the attack action on your turn, walk speed increases by 10 feet. At the end of the turn, if a weapon attack hits, you can expend one use of your bardic inspiration and deal extra damage equal to the number you roll on the die. And then you can also add that number to your AC until the start of your next turn. So I'm going to roll bardic inspiration, which is a 1d6. Here is me. How do I do like a flat die roll in the thing?
Down on the bottom, you see how there's like a little text box?
Mm-hmm.
Type in there /roll space D. The number of dice you want to roll, D for dice, big number for like D20, D6, D8.
Cool. So I dealt 6 more radiant damage to him, and until what does this say? Until the start of my next turn, my armor class is now 21.
Okay, cool.
How's that guy looking?
You know, if a corpse could talk,
Nice.
but we'll keep in track on that because I don't have off rip how to modify your ACs.
Yeah.
So
You
not a
got
big
him
deal.
ahead.
Can you do anything else in your turn?
Which friendly guy's that? That's not a friendly guy. No, I'm gonna come snuggle right on up to Cirella. Hi, Cirella.
Oh, hi.
Okay. This guy's turn, right? Okay.
Eventually, I'm gonna smack a demon lady with the radiant holy fire sword, but I'm gonna wait until Thak and Gruk figure that part out.
Let's hope. Gwen, the one you had previously sunken your war axe into, you just saw another friend, the dwarf, trying to like stab him. He went, "Hee?" Like he kind of like fucked up. You see the other dwarf on the opposite side of him, like look down and be like, "Hmm." You see him grab the other dwarf by the legs and kind of like lift him up and is ready to swing. And you see him like throw his friend, and he's going to just make a regular ass strength. See how far he goes.
The one being thrown is his name Gimli.
He did not get yeeted.
No, he did not get yeeted.
Oh my gosh.
Cool. 5 feet.
5 feet.
Woo!
He like picks him up, is like, "Ugh," and then like lets him go like halfway to the throw because he was getting ready to do like a really cool like Olympian style like pot shut thing and just dropped him.
I just love the idea of the one being thrown looking super determined and like super whatever, and then he gets thrown like a tiny little distance and he lands on his feet and he's like, "Ha! I made it. So ready."
Dun dun dun. All right.
Toss me.
Previously, the king had just eviscerated the head of Boric Stonehelm, and you saw him land his massive warhammer down to the ground. You see that there's a little bit of confusion coming across his face at the hand of that and at the flight of this, for lack of a better word, harpy-ish lady. You guys aren't exactly sure what this thing is. But you see there's like this weird conflicting thing going across this king's head. But you see him kind of like shake it away, and then he kind of like slowly blinks himself back into existence, and he sees this fight happening before him. And you see him raise back up his hammer, holding onto it tight, and starts to march his way forward. And the closest person in front of him is Thak.
Hey, Cirella, your baby's going bye-bye.
Don't kill our snack.
Hogar is...
Why do all the NPCs we hang out with die?
Because it's better than dying.
They don't all die.
A lot of them have died.
Glavagul's not dead, he's just lost.
Well, we lost Eldith.
We did lose
No
Eldith.
one cared about Eldith.
Nobody cared about her, but she had a really bad death.
She didn't need to die like that. Like, that was bad.
That was bad.
She's dead.
We don't even know she's dead yet.
Oh well, shit happens.
She was scalped.
No one cared about Ront.
Yeah, nobody cared about Ron.
I did.
Okay. You're going to see him walk forward, and as he's walking forward, you can see that shimmering dome or shimmering wall that was previously around, you start to see dissipate. As you can tell that whatever was previously there is no longer there. You can see clearly through all these things. You can see clearly as you see the dwarven king swing up his hammer, getting ready to whack-a-mole down onto its next target.
Zach,
No.
look out!
Fuck.
Thak, be less appetizing.
Be less pretty!
You see the Deep King raising his mighty hammer, and you can almost feel the air get pushed as the hammer comes swinging down.
No. No.
Just someone have something?
Yes, I do.
What do you have?
Oh shit! That far to go.
While wielding a shield.
You don't have a shield.
Or what? I don't have. Do I have a shield?
You don't have a shield on. You didn't. You did not get to equip your shield last time.
We tried.
He'll be alright.
Anything else?
No.
Okay.
Wait. No.
What? What?
I can cast Hellish Rebuke as a reaction, but I don't know if that's really a reaction that I can do right now. Is it?
You have just a reaction between your turns.
Okay.
What is Hellish Rebuke?
Well, you point your finger, and the creature that damaged. Oh well, see, this is damage to you. It's not. Nope. I can't do it. It's a creature that would damage me.
Okay. I apologize. That damage roll that he had was incorrect. That was a 1d8. He is both two-handing it, and he is enlarged, so it's actually supposed to be 2d10.
I don't want to know.
So I need to click on versatile damage. 1d10. This is the real damage coming out.
Rolo.
17.
Oh god.
So you see Hogar raising it
Not 34.
and swing down, and you feel the air's not cut, it's pushed as you see, and it slammed down, and it sinks into Thak. You see this hammer sink into him. And it's not like a cutting through like butter. This is like a crumpling. It reaches his collar, and you can almost hear more shattering than that of the hammer swinging against his own throne. You can hear Thak's bones just dissolve, crack, disintegrate as this hammer meets his, frame. Crack into him, and you see Thak kind of like crumple, fall down to one knee, just as he lets out that kind of like disgruntled attack, and the king raises his hammer for a second attack.
He can go again?
Yeah, because he's big.
He can multi-attack.
Damn it.
Oh,
Oh, fuck.
From his current position, Thak's head is next to his hammer. And this king is in a position to where he can easily swing left or right and then take Thak's head with it.
Okay, not as bad damage.
I don't know how much health he has left.
This is true.
None.
Really?
I'm almost positive.
Oh, I see it now. Whoops, no.
There's a long pause
Thak.
that Caleb is doing.
Looks up and sees that of the Deep King after having his shoulder almost entirely be blown out by his hammer. And he sees the Deep King have a rather nasty grin as you see his whiskers crack that of a smile. And the king rears back the hammer and swings. Doesn't swing all the way through, but you almost hear that of a church bell. Dong! As it meets Thak's head. And at that dong, you hear the crack. And you see Thak fall to his side, limp. Thak is in saving throws. He is met exactly 0. And he will be going through his saving throws. The king has effectively ruined that of the two adversaries of which he cares most about. And with that is his turn. This dwarf sees that action of his king and is both impressed, also thoroughly scared, however, is not one to be backing down from that of a winning king, as he seems to be thinking that his side is that of the winning side. And he is going to pick himself up after being tossed around like a very sad ragdoll from his previous friend, and is going to take his action to do an enlarge. So he's going to enlarge. That's his turn. Nevira, from your point of view, you have just seen the church bell ring, the next snap of Thak. the large hulking body of Thak, after just inhaling a mushroom, stuffed down the gullet by Gruk. You see this larger-than-life body of Thak fall and lay lump. You see his neck is bending in a way that it should not be bending. And you can, like, see from the back of here that there's something, like, dripping out of Thak's head. It's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go for the lady, the flying lady.
Okay. Going with the dagger.
Yeah, first. Heck. Normal.
Ooh.
19
19 will hit.
damage.
Four damage.
Then I'm gonna use my crossbow ability thingager we just talked about.
Okay.
Hold on, I gotta get to it. Okay.
Do you want to describe to me what you're doing as you're
Oh,
making
yeah,
these
sorry.
rolls? No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
Uh,
Do what you want. I just want to make sure that you're still getting some
Yeah,
stuff
you're
going
good.
around.
No, you were good. I'm going to just kind of like I did with that one guy, chuck the dagger at her face. And I guess a hit because I got 4 damage, or trying 19. And then
As you throw it, it might not necessarily hit her face, but it like kind of like sunk into like one of her wings.
Yeah. And then gonna swing my crossbow around right up towards her and attack her like that. Oh, no. 20 again.
20 hits.
Damage. Good old 6.
6 damage. Cool. So as you do that, so you're able to throw your dagger just barely off the mark of the lady. She like kind of dives around, sinks into her wing instead. She kind of like shrugs it off almost like it's nothing to her. And then you fire off your bolt, and then same thing. It hits the other wing this time and kind of goes through like the weird stretched skin between her deals. So she kind of just like laughs it off. She's like, can you do anything else?
Don't think so.
Okay. Running over to the bitch dwarf over here. He's like, nah, not needing this. You know, he's very much like aware of what's going on. He's like, I don't need none of that. Like, it's cool. I'm good. And he's gonna start running away. This is one of the friendly dwarfs. He sees that his brethren is like almost sunken out. Well, he absolutely wants you guys to get some of those like final blows in, but he's very much aware that this is the guy who bullied him when he was younger and didn't exactly like that they grew up in ranks together. So he wants to do his own taking out. So he is going to take his king's knife, and he's going to roll for an attack. Ooh, juicy. He's going to roll for that damage, and I'm going to give him a crit just to make it nice and thick. So he's going to make sure it's the stone guard that's selected. Play damage. And so, again, he recognizes that. He's like, hey, you guys need to be doing all your stuff. But he's like, that guy, he bullied me. None of you know any of this about this. This is his own internal monologue. He's like, I can't let this guy live. And then just a very soft, just right in the eye. Just right through that, into the brain. Kills his friend. Or bully. It is now going to... What's up?
I know that's not me that's dead. I know there's a guy underneath him.
Yep. That is now Gwen's turn. Gwen, do you need a narration of things that have happened?
No, I gotcha. Quick question. If I put a healing potion down someone's throat.
That'll stabilize.
We baptized
It'll
Storm
stabilize them.
potion.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure
That'll stabilize. That does not stop them from still being pelted with other attacks.
fair. I'm just trying to keep someone from actively dying, I guess. So I'm gonna run over to Thack. I guess is that next to him? Yeah. Okay. And then can I take my healing? Is that an action or a bonus action? Take this healing potion and put it on.
It'll be a bonus action applying it to somebody else.
Okay. Neat. How much healing does a healing potion give?
It should tell you
Potion of
on
healing?
your inventory thing. If you left click on it, it'll apply 2d4 plus 2 hit points.
Gotcha.
Does it just stabilize him here, or does it like stabilize him and give him some health?
Because he's in death saving throws, it's going to get him to 0. It's going to get him to like the 1. So he's going to be just like, I'm cool, but like I'm not healed. You got to heal past being stabilized.
That's a 6 plus 2, it says. So 8.
Cool. I'm going to bring him to the 1.
And then let me get rid of this out of my inventory.
I can hear the cat right now. She's got a toy in her mouth and is walking around the house, just going.
So,
I think I just heard her.
Yeah.
I think I do too.
Really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Gwen, act it out.
I'm gonna see that one of my allies is dying, and I'm like, please, not another NPC die. This is kind of getting ridiculous. So I'm gonna go run over, kind of like sweep him a little bit, and be like, it's okay, buddy, just wake up. We need to. I really kind of need you to wake up right now.
I'm sorry. Did you actively just say we don't need another NPC to die right now?
We don't need that right now.
To
We
a
don't need any
person?
friend to die.
To a
We
person?
don't need it right now.
To a person?
Yeah.
Wow, you're
Well,
really
we
taking that new insult where people call each other NPCs seriously.
Yeah, to a whole different level.
We are bros, but this is a lot.
All right, so you take your tincture and then you start to like dabble that into his mouth, and you can see him like coughing and gurgling. You're not able to really tell like what is like the red potion coming out and what is the blood coming out from his throat, but you see that like it's looking a little better.
Okay. Please don't die again. I've never done one of these. I would appreciate it. That was a
How many
bonus
things are we going to
action.
shove in Thak's mouth?
Apparently a
Poor
lot.
guy.
Too many.
You said there was a. Oh, Caleb, no. Steve.
What?
Can't wait.
Oh, you said there was a bonus action, right?
That was a bonus
Mhm.
action.
Mhm.
Okay. Then I'm going
Run.
to attack the king.
You're going to attack
Can
the
I
king.
use your DM? Yeah.
So attacking the king. He is 10 feet away from you. He's not right next to you.
Oh, shit. Okay. I thought I was right next to him.
No, the larging size thing, it looks a little weird.
Hang on. How
By the
much
way-
did I move? I moved 15.
Yeah, so you still got space.
Okay. Can I just like get another 5 and just right in front of him then?
Go for it.
Okay. Then I'll do that.
You start climbing those stairs
Nope.
after.
It's not letting me.
Oh,
There you go.
Okay. Well, there it goes.
sorry. Here, let me actually remove the wall that was there. I did say I moved it, but then I didn't do anything. All right, you're good.
How rude.
Okay. Can I attack the king using the DM inspiration?
Using the DM inspiration?
Yeah, you gave me inspiration last session. I haven't used it.
Yeah. Inspiration should give you advantage on the attack.
Okay.
It's not necessarily
Yay.
you use it to attack. It's hey, I attack
know.
and I use
I
inspiration.
just meant, yeah, I just wanted to say I was using it.
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it. Yeah, it'll be gone. You're good.
Okay. This is an attack roll with advantage. Please don't screw me over.
17.
Mm-hmm. That doesn't
Is it-
hit.
Doesn't hit.
Isn't
Damn.
there something with like when you enlarge that like you get some
Temporary HP.
no, you get some like diminished defense or something because you're so big and people can attack you from like 8 different angles?
No. So based on the spell enlarge versus the racial ability in charge, 2 different things.
Oh, that's weird. You would think they'd be the same thing.
I would think so too, but apparently whenever you look them up, they're not. Maybe I'm talking out of my ass, but at least that's what I was reading on there. But otherwise, the racial ability for enlarge, you should be able to click on it in the chat logs to see it. It is for 1 minute, the creature becomes magically increases in size along with anything it's wearing and carrying. While enlarged, that creature is considered large. It doubles its damage dice on strength-based weapons attacks, including in the attacks. So, and then make strength-based checks and strength saving throws with advantage. The creature lacks the room to grow. It attains the maximum possible size in the space available.
Okay.
So if he was somehow in an itty-bitty box,
He would be very uncomfortable.
he could only become as big as the box.
I am a cube. Fear me.
Pretty much. Cough, cough, hint, hint, future endeavors. But Gwen, you raise up your war axe and you take swing at him. And as you swing, describe to me. You miss, but describe.
Thoroughly just pissed off with this entire situation. She is like, all right,
Do
you
you
either
see
need to
red?
snap the fuck out. Huh?
Do you see red?
Nah, probably not red. It's probably like a cute shade of like pink. Who knows?
That's
But,
what Nevira sees.
I don't know if you want to see pink or not.
I don't know.
No,
It could be
it
cute.
sucks.
It was like a cute filter. Who knows?
Is Gwen
But,
turning red?
The king has a fucking dog ears and tongue coming out.
Yeah.
Oh, it gets pyrovision?
No, I was talking about a
Dude.
filter
Oh.
of like
The
Snapchat
Snapchat filter.
Yeah, exactly.
But
yeah,
okay, so you take your swing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I swing at him and I'm like, you either snap the fuck out of this madness, crazy shit you're doing, or get the fuck out because you're not going to kill my friends.
Unfortunately, as you swing and you swing down the king, you would think a large creature would have like a slow movement speed, but just as you swing down and that the air that used to be where he stood. He looks down and just kind of like in a very weird laughy tone. It is now going to be or sorry, can you do anything else in your turn?
No, that's all I'm gonna do.
Okay. This stone guard's turn. This guy's been enlarged. He is going to make a king's knife attack. Roll normal. D4 does nothing, so even enlarged, this guy's not gonna be able to do anything. This guy's a bitch.
Bitch ass pussy.
Okay.
You're still in my phone as it's Courtney, bitch.
Yes.
This large dwarf is going to start making his way in. He's also going to be... he's going to take a javelin instead. And he's going to roll for its attack.
Well, at least it wasn't a 1.
Yeah, no kidding. But that is not going to be getting anything done. We're going to move this dwarf. This is a friendly dwarf. He's going to turn around and see the king starting to stand over, and he's going to make his attack.
Okay, wow.
You're
Nice.
absolutely no help.
All right. He's going to throw and just fucking whiff. Start of round 3.
Ooh.
The creature that you see with its wings is going to be looking around the battle and then is kind of like looking around and thinking to themselves like, this is not a lost cause just yet, but you see them kind of like engaging the area from where they are. And can all of you roll insight?
Oh, shit.
Oh shit.
20.
17.
20, not 20?
Not 20.
Not 20.
Nice.
There we does it. There we go, baby. Nat 20.
Nat 20.
All right.
That's funny.
Got 2 nat 20s?
I got a nat 20.
Nat 20 party. Woo!
I got a 17, which isn't as good, but it's still acceptable.
Eat shit, Matt, and die.
L plus ratio plus no mating.
You fucking.
Oops, my bad. I forgot I have neighbors.
All right.
Oh, wait,
So
oh, wait, no.
for the 2 nat 20s, everyone else can also be included in this information. But otherwise, for the 2 nat 20s, you guys take a look up and you see that this creature is having this kind of like look of apprehension on their face, like this battle's tide has been turned almost on its head from what they originally thought, and you can see them starting to like kind of gain up in height as they fly an extra 5 feet above. So now it's going to be 10 feet above.
So that leaves my opportunity attack range.
If they are in the square next to you and it's 5 feet elevation, it's still 5 and now 10 feet. So that's going to leave. So before they leave, do you get attack of opportunity?
Yes, I want to fucking attack.
Go for it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it. Ever.
What do we got? What do we got?
Advantage or no advantage?
No, nothing. You just get normal.
19.
Ooh, what do we get? 19? That hits.
Ever.
So this lady, you see this Gruk. You know what this is. You recall this from down in the jail as she starts making her way up.
Was
Yeah.
this the thing that
I roll
turned
my
into
d-
Kirk?
As I roll my damage.
As you roll your damage. So what do you want to say? She's like flying up.
You get back here, bitch.
All right, damn. So as you say that, she just kind of like scoffs at you. She's like, ha! I don't have to listen to the likes of you.
6 damage, by the way.
I applied it. You're good. I'm keeping an eye out. She's like, I don't have to pay attention to the likes of you. I can just go back to my master. And this is all while she's doing this floppy wing thing.
Who's your master? Who?
But she's flying.
Who?
Whomst? Whomst the fuck?
Down here.
Whose turn? Thack.
Somebody needs to grab him and just yank him.
Don't kill my Thack.
Don't kill my baby.
All right. So, Thack. He does not have anything in his hands any longer after taking that massive crack to the dome. Things for him are quite literally ringing. His vision is blurred, so things for him are not going to be moving. He's going to kind of just stay on the ground and just kind of like try and collect himself as he looks to Gwen and sees the tincture beside him and sees Gwen trying to take a swing at the Deep King. Gwen, you lock eyes with him as he kind of like regains semi-consciousness, and he kind of gives you a very like soft, tortured nod in your direction.
I got you, bud.
Great catchphrase. Next turn.
Do I have a catchphrase? I don't think I do.
I got you, bud.
You got it, dude. That's my catchphrase.
You got it, dude.
You got it, dude. We're gonna go with that.
So this dwarf is gonna make his. He's gonna make a javelin attack at one of his buddies. If it's gonna do that or not? Why is it not doing that? Is it not his turn or something? Which one is it? Yeah, this guy.
It's this one's turn. That one.
I'm trying to roll for attack. For some reason it's not letting me roll with the javelin, so that's fine. I'll just roll.
Oh, there it goes. Well,
I wasn't with the javelin now. Or no, was it with the javelin? Okay, cool. I don't know why that was taking so long. Cool. 19. Ooh, he's gonna stab his buddy. All right, and it's gonna be or not versatile. It's gonna it would be versatile because he's in large. Gets the attack. 6. Cool.
damn.
Boop, boop. So you see dwarves, brothers, sisters fight each other. Guard a car. Nah, I'm good. Guard a car's running. You also following suit.
Useless.
Like, nah, we don't need that. Which stone guard is this one?
It's the one between Cirella.
He's a friendly. He's gonna take he's gonna do his javelin. He's gonna roll. That's gonna be 15.
Finally.
That's gonna be how much damage?
Ooh.
7 damage. Cool. Apply the damage. Awesome. Next turn, Cirella.
For real.
Sorry, speeding through some of these other guys that don't really matter too much. They're engaged.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Oh, there we
Your
go.
turn.
Nope. One of these days I'll figure it out.
It can take a minute. We can do all stuff again later to figure it out.
Nope. There we go.
Okay,
I'm coming to attack
So you're making
the
your way through all of that. Describe to me how you're getting up there. Those are stairs, by the way.
Yeah, I am.
I want to hear how this T-1000 fucking booked it through.
Sorella's pissed. The flying lady's above me. She didn't care. She's just trying to make her way and like stop her way towards the king and swing.
Go for it. What are you swinging with?
That's what we're doing.
What are you swinging with?
My morning star.
Morning Star. Do it.
That's 21.
21 will hit.
21.
21. Oh, that's a D10. I need a D8. And that would be a 7.
A 7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What kind of damage is that? That's bludgeon.
Piercing?
Morningstar?
I don't know.
When you
Oh,
start
it says piercing.
Okay. I guess because there's points in the end. Okay, cool. You said 7?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ignore
So
that
you-
one, because-
You're mad. You fucking sprint up there underneath the lady and you swing it and you sink the Morningstar into like the bicep elbow of like of Hogar. And it doesn't do that sickening squelch sink as it previously did to the other Grey Dwarf, but you're like it's like caught in like his clothes, so it's like ripping on clothes more so you hear, and as you pull the Morningstar and you get like that rip, you can see like those fine threads are now frayed. The king looks down and he goes, "Ah! My cloak!"
I'll have you pay.
Can you do anything else?
As a bonus action, I'm gonna eat a big wart.
A pygmy wart?
A big wart. No, a big one. A big one.
Okay.
I want to go big.
Go big. Okay. That's a bonus.
You go
So
big mode.
you can't. That was full action to eat your own mushroom.
Oh.
Bonus
thought I
action to
could-
do it to somebody else. Action to do it to you.
Okay, fine. Then you know what?
Yes.
I'm gonna transform into my lichen self.
Do we got a group of woo?
Oh.
Woo! That was actually really convincing.
All right. So you transform into your lycanthrope as a bonus action.
Mhm.
Okay. So walk me through what just happened.
Yeah. What did he say whenever I hit him? Was we're gonna pay or something? Is that
I'll make you pay.
I'll make you pay? Well, that just angered me a little bit more, and I decided that it's time to bring out my lichen self. I don't, it made me angrier.
Okay. You want to describe the transformation? What do you turn into? You turn into a dog?
I turn in. It's like a. Honestly, what a lichen is like a walking werewolf-ish kind of thing. So, I can still speak. I can use my equipment. I can wear armor in this form, and then I can revert to my normal self as a bonus action at any time. Or if I become unconscious or die, I go back to my normal form. But
Okay. Cool
Yeah.
deal. All right, so you do that. And that'll be the end of your turn? Okay. Grok, it is your turn.
Going to.
Hit him.
So, okay. With these elemental gem things that are in my inventory, are they actually what they are, or are they something different?
Hi, Primrose.
Looks like
Because
why
I thought,
they're elemental gems, I don't know.
Yeah, I thought they were just like placeholders for different gems that we got.
It
from
it,
one
it
of
might
my
have
farms.
messed up on the import, and it's supposed to just be a blue sapphire. So I would say
Okay.
no, they're not actually elemental gems. No,
Okay.
that's way too much. And you should
But,
definitely
yeah.
not have 10 of them. So we'll
that
we'll
makes
figure that out later. But imagine you don't have them.
Okay. Which is unfortunate because the effect is cool. Anyways.
It is really cool, but you're not getting no. No.
Oh well.
Bop.
Alright,
Let me have fun, Dad.
I will.
I think
instead
I
roll-
have had plenty of fun. I have
Was
let
that your
many
dog
of things
voice?
go sly.
I will then instead attack the winged demon lady bitch.
Okay, go
'Cause-
for it. You
it-
are
'cause I-
larger, so you would still be within reach.
Yeah. Okay. So that's right. I got to click over here. Attack. Normal. Please hit.
Not gonna hit.
It was so close.
So close, but so far, not gonna hit.
Bullshit.
So
13
as
doesn't hit.
13 doesn't hit, so as you go to assumably swing with your spear, so you're not stabbing, you're like, I'm gonna swing like a pinata. The lady is able to keep her distance out from you. So that was your action. So again, you do not have your shield. Again. Is anything else you can do that turn?
I'm gonna action surge.
Action surge it is. Let's go. What are we doing? Also, we're kind of wanting to speed some things up, just as an FYI, because one of us has to get going.
I got it.
Never mind, they waved it off. Let's go.
Again. Hopefully better this let's go. Let's go. Okay.
Nat 20! Let's go!
Okay, so
Fuck that demon lady up.
Stab her!
We bet against that wasn't against the king.
critical.
Okay, he's next.
So yeah, critical hit.
Critical hit will automatically do the most amount of damage it can do with it. So you don't
Okay.
need to worry about that.
19.
So 19,
Well, 2d6 would be
12.
12 plus the other damage, or is it just max damage?
Why did it not? 2d6, 12, plus 3 is 15, plus... Okay, it should be 21. I'm not sure why I didn't have that set. Maybe because it was a custom weapon that I made it, so maybe that's why it messed up. I'll do the 20. I'll respect the 21.
Okay, so 21. Got it. And that's not it, folks.
That's not it.
No. So I hit her. I'm going to expend one of my superiority dies and try to do one of my maneuvers of grappling strike.
What does that
which
mean?
is immediately after you hit a creature with a melee attack on your turn, you can expend one superiority die and then try to grapple the target as a bonus action.
Hey, drag her ass back down.
Okay.
Add the superiority die to your strength athletics check.
Okay.
So, whatever she has to do for that, or well, no, there is a DC for it actually.
So what do you need me to have the creature do?
You need for grappling. Contested by the target's strength, athletics, or dexterity acrobatics check. The target chooses the ability to use.
You said dexterity, ability check?
Athletics or acrobatics check, yeah.
Athletics or acrobatic.
Whichever is like better.
Okay.
Let's go.
And not one. Not one from the creature.
Good, because
Bring her ass back down here.
I rolled a fucking 2 on my d20.
But she rolled a 1.
But
That's all that
I rolled an
matters.
8 on the d8, so we were
All right.
okay.
So, to narrate what just happened is that you had previously taken a swing. Lady is able to kind of like fly out of it. You're like, not so fast. You take a second action as you action surge and you stab and you get her like in the back of the thigh, like with this hit. So she like rears out and like pain just like this weird cawing sound coming out from this lady. As
I'm sure the screech is going to be on the recording.
Probably it'll be on the recording more than Discord. Anyways, you hear that sound. And then you're like, I hit it good. And you see her kind of like falter and kind of like fall down an extra couple feet. And you're like, I'm grabbing this bitch. You grab her by the legs and you pull her down from flight and you bring her down to your all's level and you grapple.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you're holding on to her.
It's a full grapple.
Okay. So now you're holding on to her. Great deal. Anything else?
That'll be it.
This guy's gonna do a swing. It's gonna be a damage. Nothing's gonna happen. Cool. Next one. This guy's like, nah, I'm good. I want to run. Tom Bardy.
All right. So, Gruk has the lady grappled, right?
Yes.
So, if I run over there and I take a swing at her, am I going to be able to do that, or am I in danger of hitting Gruk?
I would say with Gruk's roll on that, he's got it pretty expertly handled to where if you try and take a swing at her, you wouldn't be in danger.
All right, let's do it. Hey, Dawnbringer. You
Yes?
ready to fuck up a demon lady?
Oh,
that like your-
oh boy, am I. I've been quite waiting for this one, chap.
Let's smite evil out of this land or whatever.
Oh, whatever.
So I'm run over here and take a swipe at her.
All right, go for it.
See here.
As you bring out the attack, you hear a new sound come from Dawnbringer, almost like he's like acting out his own sounds, and you hear him go. Vzz.
Hell yeah. Nat 20! Let's fucking get it!
Nat
Kill
20.
your demon, Caleb.
Nat 20. All right.
And it
does
does
she
radiant
have-
damage.
So hey, remember,
Okay.
hey Caleb, remember that tide of battle that you said was, turning?
Yeah.
it's turning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming, and you don't have to tell me, but I'm assuming that since she's a demon, she doesn't like holy fire swords.
So radiant against undead. So for her, she does not have any vulnerabilities against that.
Damn.
So you're
okay.
fine.
It's okay, I'm gonna fuck her up anyway. Do you need me to roll damage?
Yes.
And it is a critical hit, right?
It is a
I
critical.
thought we were doing like max damage or whatever.
Crits do max damage. There's still other dice that get rolled on top of it. So even if you roll a d8, it's like, cool, you'll get that max 8. There's still other stuff that gets stacked on top.
Okay. So that turned out to be 17 damage.
Cool.
And I'm also going to use another expense of wait. Is it the Deep King's not within 5 feet of her, is he?
No, that'd be 10.
Damn. Okay. Are there any other bad guys within 5 feet of me? Does not appear so. Okay.
No.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do another defensive flourish, which means expend a use of bardic inspiration, deal extra damage equal to the number I roll, and then that adds to my AC. So. Cool. So that dealt 5 damage extra. So she takes 22 radiant damage.
She takes what now?
22 radiant damage is what
Right
I'm
now.
seeing. That's what I'm seeing on the side of the screen right now.
Oh, for the okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then
Anything else before the damage goes through?
no, other than the Deep King's next. Sucks to be you, girl.
All right.
Is she like?
Dead.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, get shit on.
Do you want to narrate how you did it?
Yeah, so I basically just want to since she's taller than me, or even though she's grappled, I want to jump up and just sink the blade into her chest.
Perfect. Beautiful. You do that. As you climb up and you sink it in there. Something strange happens to the creature as you mount them, essentially. And Gruk, you feel this as well. So, Tom, you sink it in as you mount this lady, and you sink it into her chest. And
Can you stop phrasing it that way?
grapple, climb. Sorry. So you climb on top of her, and as you sink it in, the damage that comes out, you see these beams of light from Dawnbringer kind of start coming through, but then something starts to sink back into that hole where Dawnbringer had just been plunged. And you see it start to curl in on itself, and the lady bursts into sand. Fine sand gets exploded out in an area around you. Who all would have been looking at her? That would have been Tom. That would have been Gruk. Cirella, I don't believe, would have been looking. Thak would not have been looking. Gwen wouldn't have been looking. Deep King, I'll go to evens he's looking, odds he's not. Odds I rolled a 5. Okay.
Couldn't even see it.
Blam.
Looks like a 5 to me.
Anyways, so Gruk and Tom, your eyes, fine sand get blasted in. You are blinded.
Oh, cool.
Wild.
Guys, I'm blinded again. Guess what I have?
So here's the fun part. Now you guys are actually blind. I can apply the blind effect on you properly.
Cool.
So you guys are blind.
Fuck. I was gonna heal Thak, but shit.
Not anymore. No.
I don't know if I can see him anymore.
Fine sand gets blasted out. The rest of you weren't looking and seeing this happen, but you can see like sand get blasted out, and you see it's like this very fine white sand that just got blasted out from her. I'll leave that there. Whose turn is it next?
Wait a minute. Talking about fine sand and shit, wasn't there a bunch of sand on the room of the creepy demon place that we just like unleashed super evil demon from?
This guy's going to attack.
Place that we found Dawnbringer and all that. Like there was like sand that like sunk in,
Rolled a
and they were like, "Oh shit, I'm free."
Hogarth's
You notice how Caleb is
turn.
completely ignoring me right now?
Mm-hmm.
I notice. Also, I didn't get a
turn.
bonus action, bro.
Do what?
I didn't get a bonus action, bro.
I'm sorry. Did you have a bonus action to do something?
Initially I was gonna heal Thak, but now I'm basically
You're
just gonna
blind.
like. I know. I'm gonna stumble back to where I knew friends were, so that I'm not within hitting range of.
I'll let you move back one space from there, and that'll be that.
Yeah.
I already moved you, so you don't need to worry. Hogar's turn. So Hogar just moved out of the way of Gwen swinging at him, and just had Cirella rip into the fine fabric, and he sees Thak crumpled and bleeding in front of him. With the fiend lady thing, ignore. Retcon.
Wow.
Oh.
So we know what they were doing.
Nothing. Don't worry about it. So, lady explodes. Hogar. The two of you that are like right there in front of him, you see his face just contort, and he lets go of his warhammer, and the warhammer you see fall to the ground, and he kind of like grabs the bridge of his nose, and he's kind of like just rubbing his nose. He's like, oh. And it looks like he's covering from like a massive migraine that had occurred, and even his voice inflection has changed to that of no longer being that high-pitched squeaky little thing. He's just kind of looking out at this, seeing this fight breaking out in front of him. He falls to his knees, mindful of not landing on top of Thak. Falls to his knees and looks down at the bleeding tiefling in front of him. And he looks to his left, and Cirella, he sees you. Describe to me how you're holding your morning star. You're muted.
Sorry. I'd be holding it in my hand and be like about ready to like feel like I'm like winding up to like hit for my next attack that I'd be doing. But like just kind of like this. But I'm also half wolf form too and tiefling, just
Basically golf swing ready.
Beautiful. You got
Golf swing
sand
ready.
all over your fur, by the way, just heads up.
sorry.
So he looks and looks to his left, and he sees that. And you see that he's got like a frown on his face. You can see his mustache even kind of like droop a little bit as he looks at you. And he swings, and he's still large, so he swings his massive head, and you can see his crown kind of moving with him. And he looks to you, Gwen. Gwen, can you describe how you're looking?
She has shield up, like partially covering Thak, just like ready in case he tries to hit him again, and just has like the axe just ready of just like, I fucking hit, I fucking try me, bitch. Like,
okay. Gruk, you're blind, doesn't matter. Hogar looks out, and he sees not a sea of any of his people, but he sees enough people like fighting back and forth from each other. And he locks eyes with you, Nevira. Nevira, describe how he would see you.
I have my crossbow up ready just to shoot him right in the head.
Okay. He sees that he's surrounded by all these things, and that sense of like confusion, and you guys see that there's something crossing his face, that of clarity, that of realization. He begins to stand up onto both of his legs. So he goes up from one knee and stands up, and you see again his hulking form. He turns around to get ready to go and sit at his throne. He sees the mess of a creature missing a head, half on the brazier next to his throne, a pink mist red mist and the fine crack on his throne. He doesn't know who this person was. He starts to walk towards the throne. Since he's leaving, the attack of opportunity places, Gwen and Cirella, you have the option to attack if you want. You see all this like come across his face. Not necessarily what he's thinking, but you see that like something's crossed his face after this lady blew up.
As much as I would love to attack him for just injuring my beloved tiefling friend, I would also...
He is beloved by you.
I mean, it's like the only family I've got, but I would at that point kind of like just like relax my morning star, like just kind of like put it down towards my side. I'm not gonna attack him because I saw it come across his face.
Okay, Gwen.
Yeah, she's gonna stay ready, but not attack him.
Okay. So you guys relinquish the right to attack. So he's going to make his way, sit back in his throne. He's going to shrink. You're going to see him slowly start to, like, not deflate, but, you know, reach his original size that he was before. And he kind of turns and he sits back in his throne and he slumps. And you see him put his hand up to his head and he just kind of like massages his temple. And he's muttering something underneath his breath. You guys are just out of reach from this, as there's a kerfuffle of the other dwarves kind of like fighting amongst each other. They have not seen this new thing happen just yet. They've not had a reaction to it. But that is going to be King Hogar's turn. This guy is not going to do anything. Nevira, it's your turn. I'm going to finish out this last round.
Oh, shoot. I'm just gonna make my way up.
So Tom is blind right next to you.
Yeah.
He's covered in sand. You also see the sand just kind of like still raining down a little bit of fine like
Probably a
glistenings.
wall there. You probably can't move into it.
No, I was measuring how much feet I had.
Got it.
I'm gonna make my way up next to them.
Okay.
But keep my crossbow ready, because I don't trust this guy whatsoever.
Okay.
I don't care how his face has changed.
Absolutely. Anything else?
Nope, I'm ready to shoot if something goes down.
Okay. So you're gonna save a reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Reaction. What is your trigger for the reaction?
If he starts swinging.
If he starts swinging.
Mm-hmm.
So if he moves and doesn't attack, that doesn't count. Okay. Gwen, it is your turn.
Still same thing. Just gonna keep kind of shielding Thack and just waiting. If he tries to get up and tries to attack us, I will start swinging on him too.
Okay. That is going to be the end of the combat. So, I'm going to real quick pause the recording to deal with loot table stuff going on.
Okay.
All right, and we're back. So, the end of combat has now happened. Gruk, after kind of like hearing some of the things start to kind of like lessen themselves after that weird like explosion of what used to be the creature after you grappled it, it exploded into sand. This fine particle, you kind of like wiped it off from your eyes. It still kind of stings a little bit, but you are no longer blind. So you should be able to kind of have that removed, and it'll be the same for Tom whenever he returns. I'll see all of that. So you guys, more than welcome to, well, talk amongst yourselves, approach, talk to the king. He's kind of sitting there in a bit of a defeated head off to the side, stroking his temple, kind of just absorbing the things that is in front of him, almost like he's not aware of what had happened. You guys can roll insight before talking.
Yeah, I'm rolling insight.
Rolling insight, got it.
Okay, well, it did nothing really for me. It was an 8, so.
Cool 8.
I got a 14.
Cool 14.
Honestly, I'm just gonna ask the king, be like, do you even know what you just did?
The king just kind of like looks at you. Again, no longer with that like previous voice. Before the 14. Gwen, you can see that there's definitely like confusion in like a did I do that? Sorry. I wasn't gonna go that far, but to that kind of fact, he's like, was this what, like those kinds of things you see as like the facial expression. Cirella, you had asked.
If he even knew what he just did.
King like kind of like looks and goes, I don't know how long I've been gone. There was this fog. A lady came in and I lost myself. I don't. What happened here?
You went on a rampage and killed people. That's what happened.
I went on a rampage?
Yeah, there's the dead body by the throne. That was you. Our friend here, almost dead.
Looks to his right and sees the body now essentially just falling into the hot embers, slowly just burning. Just kind of looks at it and goes, that was your friend?
Well,
he was
a very new acquaintance that we just had.
I see. And he's kind of like just looking at, just kind of broiling itself, just charring itself in there, making no effort to try and like move it out of the way, and looks back down and sees, I'm assuming you guys are trying to help Thack stand up.
I don't know if that's a good idea, but sure.
Support him in any way we can.
I mean, you tell me what you're doing.
I do have a potion of healing, so
Give him it.
I shall give him the potion of healing, which is a greater potion of healing, 44 plus 4 hit points.
Tell me what you want to do.
44 plus 4 hit points.
Yes, 4d4.
Oh, 4d4. I heard 44.
I know. I'm like, damn.
I was like, nice. All right. Well, I guess we'll give him that, and then we'll try to get him up after that.
Do you want me to roll, Caleb?
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Okay.
You pretty much creamed our friend here.
5.
If we didn't have any healing potions,
He'd be dead.
we'd be dead.
3. So 5, 3, 6,
11.
11 plus 4, 15 HP.
Okay.
Healed for Thack.
You got him standing up a little bit more. So you kind of deliver that to him, and Thack gives you a nod and starts to stand himself up from that. The king looks down and says, I'm sorry. Truthfully, I don't know what. I have no excuse. Cirella and Nevira, you notice you're standing like directly in front of the large warhammer, now shrunken back down to its normal size, but you're in front of the warhammer that the king had previously been holding.
Mine.
Hey, no, you got the shit from fucking Boric.
We could give it to Gwen if she would like it.
You want the warhammer?
I think Gwen deserves the warhammer.
Oh, neat. Okay.
As you,
Can I even pick it up to give it to her?
I'm about to say, as you try and go to pick it up, the king like stands up a little bit and then rather smartly looks at all of you and then sits back down and goes, I don't think that's called for. I'm not sure what I did, but that is still mine.
Look at our friend splattered on your throne. This is called for.
I did not do this.
You did do this. What are you talking about?
I have no memory of such a thing.
You have council members that can attest to it.
You might not remember it, but you did it.
Nevira Cirella, he was being controlled.
And
His body was just a host for his actions.
does not matter.
I'm in the camp to follow your green friend. I'm sorry I don't know your names, but I do not have a recollection of anything you are speaking of.
Well, you imprisoned us, captured us, imprisoned us, took us to jail,
I've
and then had
imprisoned
us
you for what?
false allegations.
Gruk's gonna chuckle a little bit.
Shut up, Gruk.
I don't know who you are.
Do you even know where you're at?
Are you
I
even
know
the
I'm
king?
in my room, my throne.
Okay, all right.
The last thing that I recall, at least fondly, is that of what appeared to be a fair maiden approaching. However, things after that, things go hazy to me. I'm not sure anything that may. I'm sorry if I've caused you any wrongs, but otherwise, I don't know of anything. What year is it?
That's a great question.
Good question.
Hey, DM, what year is it?
The actual year?
And
Well, he's asking,
D&D?
so yes.
Like the actual factual year, and this D&D campaign right now, as we are speaking, is 1488.
Yes.
1488.
I'm just gonna write that down.
Sure, yes.
You know, that is the
so
year.
if you open up the calendar on your guys' actual like thing, it'll tell you the day. There's like a bookmark on the left-hand side of you guys. You should be able to see
there
it.
it
There's
is.
a little calendar.
It's it's spring 3rd, 1488. Oh, sorry. It's actually Myrtle.
Hmm.
1488 is the year.
Sweet.
Your king,
Your kingliness.
your highness is what I was gonna say, but I don't know. You kind of made me a
Kingliness.
little angry. So
How do I move my character?
Can't
Can't move.
Movement's locked. Can't move.
Okay.
Uh,
I was
but as you respond, you're just like 1488. He just kind of like squints at you. He's like, no, it's not.
Yes, it is.
What
But
what
it
year
is.
do you remember, Hogar?
I remember my reign starting and beginning back in 1420 at the earliest.
Wow.
So you've been not yourself for 60 years?
How many years?
Is that
I'm
Wait,
doing
what?
the
14? What year do you remember?
I've been gone and in this haze for 60 years.
Well, if I did the math correctly, I could be wrong.
You can no, you're right. You can say there's a sense of like just like utter confusion and bewilderment that he's there's no possible. You guys can all roll insight against him if you so please.
Why not?
Damn it.
5.
5.
I'm about 5.
Shut up.
23.
23. For the 23, Gwen, you're like, yeah,
16.
there's kingdoms can last a long time, especially underneath one ruler. It's not uncommon to even 60 years. That's short. Like that's not even the start.
But to be under control of that for 6 years.
But that's all information for Gwen. For you guys, you're like, this is like a genuine. This guy is not in a good place right now. Like he is upset at this news.
Well,
I mean, he should be thanking us considering we're the one that released him from the trap.
hey Thack, did we accomplish our contract?
That
Yes.
is just like, truthfully, and he looks down at his palm, and you can see that it's slowly starting to like fade.
Oh, sweet. Oh, well, maybe that was what we were intended to do, was to get rid of the
Lady.
horrible looking creature thing.
The
Although I guess I
king,
have no room to talk because I still haven't changed back yet because I didn't feel like it.
the king perks up and just like, the girl is gone. Where did she go?
Well, we killed her and she turned into dust
I'm
or
sorry?
sand. Well, we
You
killed her and she turned into sand. And I blinded those two, I think.
And then you were released from your haze.
Yeah, I think there's still sand in my ear.
I would get at that out, buddy. You don't know if you're going to go into haze next.
So, okay, hold on. Let me see if I can understand this from what you've told me. It is now the year 1488. It is mid-spring. You have claimed to save me, murdered Shawl, and are blaming me for murdering this person behind me, and are
Yes.
now taking my family hammer.
Well, I mean,
Okay, well, if it's your family
I'm,
hammer,
I'm
now I
gonna
don't want to
whisper to
take
Gwen
it.
and just be like, "Hey, Gwen, I think you
that's up
should
to
sit
them.
down."
Yeah, I don't. If it's your family hammer, I don't want to take it. It's dwarven respect to dwarven respect. I don't want to take that from you.
Dwarven respect to who are... I don't know your names still, yet you all claim to know me.
I think we should
Sorry.
reintroduce ourselves. I am Gruk.
Gruk of clan...
I never had one.
You don't come
my
from a
father-
clan?
My father was human and my mother was orcish. I never knew what clan she came from, though.
I'm sorry. I respect your name.
Thank you. Now,
I'm Cirilla.
Cyril.
Yup.
I understand tieflings
Um.
can garner quite the eye of others, and I'm sorry, and I hope you had not seen this in the city and whatever state I have apparently controlled it in.
Yup. I'm gonna turn back into my normal original self. I'm gonna get out of my lichen form, by the way.
right, you're still in your fucking werewolf form.
It doesn't end until I end it. Unless an hour goes by, but it hasn't been an hour, so.
Fair. You find it strange that he was able to kind of like see through to you, even though you were in your lichen form?
I don't find it that strange. He looks like he could be something of a demon, right?
He's a good dwarf. Pretty sure.
Can I roll insight on it?
Go for it.
Ducky, you better not screw me over like you did earlier. That's all I'm saying. Okay,
Yeah,
that's a 7.
7. Nothing is out of the ordinary. This just seems to be a normal enough Grey Dwarf king, and he's showing remorse for whatever actions he's being told and is trying to at least apologize for what he's able to, and come up with any reason he can to kind of be on your good side.
And introduce yourself there. You're the important one.
Oh, I'm gonna do like a dwarven respect bow and be like, "Hey, I'm Gwendielle Runerock. Nice to actually meet you, I guess."
Of the Runerock family.
Yes.
It is an honor to have you in... Well, he kind of like looks past and he sees the other dwarves, like they're kind of cut and bloodied. One of them is dead on the ground. And he kind of just like looks back to you and is like, "It's an honor to have you here, and I'm sorry that my throne is in disarray upon your arrival. Please accept my condolences, and you will have anything you need."
I appreciate it.
I'm going to need your boots, your jacket, and your motorcycle.
And you
I need you
with
to stay back.
and you with the cloak.
Nevira Midvalor.
I'm afraid I'm not familiar.
Yeah, nobody is. That's okay.
It's an honor nonetheless, all of you. And then looks to the very battered and bruised Thack, kind of like nursing at his and rubbing at his neck. But you notice that one of his arms is not moving, and that there's kind of that like sunken shoulder.
Can I do a medicine check on it?
Absolutely.
Fuck yeah. Okay, hold on. I gotta get a different dice. Because the other dice don't like me today. That's a 13.
13? Okay.
Yeah.
On a 13, I'm going to move King Guy over to here because I want to be on the camera. On a 13, you're like, that's broken. And that doesn't look to be healing as you would expect. This is probably going to be a scar.
I have like some rope or some, what is it called? Hold on. I have silk rope that you could use as a sling.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, if you want to do that, roll survival or medicine.
Okay. 11.
You can at least make it to where it's wrapped. You don't.
Sorry,
you don't know if it's
sir.
helping anything.
Mr. King?
Yes, Cirella.
Do you have like somebody that can like, I don't know, maybe fix his arm?
I can attempt to get him in front of our finest doctors of the army.
What about my face?
Oh God, that thing.
What about your face? He's rather perplexed and just kind of like, it's just looking at you. I was like, I
got this mushroom sugar.
Is that a mushroom?
Yeah.
It's a mushroom.
Yeah,
we could
face-
attempt to
face
have
didn't
our
work.
doctors take a look. I mean,
That'd be great.
okay,
yeah,
will.
There is one more person. Over there, that's the little guy over there. That's Tom.
Oh, Tom.
Bardy.
Party.
Yeah,
He's a
Bardy.
bard.
I'm afraid I'm also not familiar with the name.
Yeah.
It's
Halflings.
good
We
that
weren't
you're not- it's good that you're not familiar with it.
I will take your word. And I appreciate you've been able to take mine, even though we may have had a bit of a rockier start.
Okay.
Yes.
That's a statement.
Yeah.
Demons have a lot of power,
Demons?
not including you two. And I'm like gesturing towards Thack and Cirella.
Sir, they're not demons. I understand, again, they draw ire, but do not call them demons.
We're tieflings.
Would be the proper. Was it succubus? Succubi?
I'm sorry.
Succubus?
He's talking about the thing that turned into a sand.
I'm unsure. As the DM, so you're talking to the DM now. What are you talking about? Are you trying to say something in particular? What's up?
The demon, the winged demon lady. Would that be a succubi or succubus?
Roll survival.
Considering you accidentally said it.
I did act. If you want a metagame, I can't stop you.
I know.
I mean, what was it? Survival?
Yeah, survival. To see like if you're like I can like identify that as X creature.
18. It was a 18.
Oh, well, then.
You can't identify it properly, but you're like, that was definitely a fiend.
So, yeah, some sort of hellish creature.
Yeah. But otherwise,
What if
you're no identifiables. What's up?
So,
What's up,
If
sir?
I rolled history, can I roll a history to see if I knew what that was?
You get bonuses, don't you? Because it's of certain things.
Oh, I don't know.
the same species.
You get a bonus as something because you're a Bloodhunter, I thought.
I have advantage on survival checks to track fiends or the undead.
It is
And you
a
haven't-
fiend.
And you have advantage on intelligence ability check to recall information about them.
There you go.
That would be a 21.
21. Cirella, being in your nature and often being called many horrible things by being a tiefling, typically on the outcast of things, you're able to kind of differentiate between what is fiend, what is fey, what is dangerous, what is not. And most often you get called these sorts of things. And especially when you reach certain areas, some people are less understanding. And you've heard the term being called a succubi or incubi. And you're like, I am none of these such things. And you have taught those people who have called you such things lessons.
Oh, wait, I'm just... Yeah, I can relay that was a fiend. That was a...
But no, you know, you're like, I know that's a succubi.
Okay, yeah.
I was just giving you more flavor to like why you know, rather than just, hey, you know this. Like Gwen
I
with
know
rocks. It's like
everything.
Gwen walks up, she's like, that's a rock. And you're like, but why? You're like, because it is. And you're just like, but
Yes.
but how do you know because it
But
is? And you're just
why?
like, because it's not. Because it is, it knows where it is. It subtracts where it is from where it isn't to find out where it is.
That's just... The last part just... mind blown. Anyways, yeah, that was a succubi. Succubus?
Succubus.
Yeah. Succubus. Like, am I saying that right?
No, yeah.
Oh.
It's succubus. Oh, did
Yeah, it was a succubus.
Oh,
He
no.
went AFK for too long, probably.
Gotcha. Let me.
Yeah, that was a succubus. Don't ever accuse me of being one. I'll bite
so I
ya.
was right.
Do what?
I
What,
will.
Gruk?
I said, oh, so I was right.
Yes, you were. I'm gonna jump it to where it's no longer the battle map for these like final moments. So the king is just kind of like looking at you guys and just kind of just like, all right, well, I understand some things may have happened that I unfortunately do not have full control over, and for that I am sorry. I can offer you here to be a relative safe haven, so you should choose to reside here or have this as your base of operations. I'm unsure of our true relation that I can offer you or where you may go to next, but judging from the stories of which you are telling, I am grateful to still be here. May I have my hammer?
No, I'm not gonna take your hammer.
Thank you. And he takes his hammer back, and then you see it just magically get tucked away into the clothing. It's like a magic pocket back there.
Honestly, it was just more of a precaution, you know? You
I
couldn't...
truthfully don't fault you any more than I could have, now knowing more now about these stories. And again, I thank you. Please, if I can offer this place to you as a safe haven or anything for your new adventure, I don't know why you were here.
We were, put on trial. We were actually in the jail. We kind of escaped. We were getting a trial with you for some other crimes that we
Was it
may
a-
or may not have committed.
Was it a truthful trial?
New.
Consider it expunged.
The options were...
No. Gruk.
We're good. They're expunged. They're expunged.
They will be wiped clean. No, you will have no problems with. I'm assuming I still have other political members in my favor here. Can you tell me such?
I mean, they're kind of afraid of you, so I'm not quite sure.
I see.
Two of them are
I
running.
know the names of
So
Ilsa and Garda.
Gardekar.
Gardecar.
He's
Gardecar.
still within my service. Excellent.
He's
I.
he's back that way, I think.
Oh,
He ran that.
You might be able to
yeah,
see
I
him,
think he is
actually. He
somewhere
might be
back there.
still.
We don't know how long this thing is, so he
All
might
right.
still be.
Well, I mean, hopefully nothing has changed, architecturally speaking, but otherwise, being in here is quite the honor. It goes on for many a mile.
Can I just?
So we want medical help, and we want a way.
You
Out.
want a way out of here, of
An entirety of Grogglestock, I would think. Right?
done. Should you wish to have pure escort out of my city, that okay.
Honestly, just for the night, we need some medical attention.
Yeah.
I need to get out of this heated lava because this feels gross. I'm sorry. It might be your cup of tea and not our cup of tea.
I mean, dwarves is as dwarves do. Gwen, hopefully this place has been home to you.
I'm more of a mountain dwarf, so I like the cold more. I like the heat, personally. But
I mean,
I do like some heat because I do like blacksmithing, though. So.
gotta stay warm. Oh, you like? Of course, Runerock blacksmith. I'm sorry. Yes. Do you need anything here? I can get you the finest of dragon fires.
Dope.
I do have one question.
Yes.
Ask.
Is there any way you can fix him? And I just point to broke here? Brolik?
Boric?
Boric?
dead-
That one.
He's dead. He ain't
He's
coming
dead.
back.
He's dead. Detached.
One that we've left
Sizzling in the
Cooking
lava.
in the lava
for-
fire.
His brain because it's become jelly.
I'm guessing there's no way to fix him.
No.
No,
Okay, I just
He
wanted
was-
to make sure.
just a recent acquaintance. I can't say much. Thak here might be able to speak more for him, but
I was just confirming.
No, I don't know what to do with that friend. But the Dragonfire, we will have Thimberchad definitely bottle some up for you.
Not his. It's fine though.
Did
Oh, that's.
I don't like him, but
I'm
appreciate the gesture anyway.
uncertain what he may have done to you, but okay, understood. I can get you the finest embers of my throne room here for lava, but otherwise that's about as much as I can give you then. So we will
I
give
mean, cool armor, a cool weapon, or lava fire is also cool. Any of those three. I
you
would
can
be like,
we
"That's
will
cool."
I will get you the embers. Getting armor suited
I like
out
it.
for you may take a couple of years, as you may know.
That's just inefficient, but that's fine. I'll take the embers though.
Dwarven armor is hard to come by. I mean, it's meant for one.
I mean, but
It's meant for
you know,
one.
there's a whole like triangle of like quality and speed and time, and it's just like
Yeah, and
good
then
ones can hit all
we
three
kind
of
of
those.
yeah, and it takes. You get it.
Sure.
Okay, so we've got lava embers to be bottled. We've got medical for 2 creatures. We have safe passage out of the city. We have an ask to heal someone who cannot be healed. All right, cool.
I was just confirming.
he's fine.
Gruk, I will allow you one more ask of my kingly nature.
Kind of just look at myself. I'm like, yeah, I think I want something a little better than this. Just kind of hold up the little spear I have. This means a lot to me. But-
Okay, Dwarven Weaponry. We will have you the finest assortment. Is there anything in particular that we may be able to more quickly bring in?
A nice big maul.
Might take a minute. Would you settle for anything smaller?
Would a warhammer be?
We can probably manage that. You're wanting to leave tomorrow, is what I was hearing.
Soon.
Soon.
Doesn't have to be tomorrow.
We would like to eventually get back to the service.
We will have you out tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
To confirm.
Oh.
Lava Embers. Safe passage out of the city. 2 medical attention. Warhammer. Done and done.
Nope.
You see him. Any last comments before I make this action?
Nope.
I don't know what Tom wants, so no.
Yep.
All right.
Tom's on his own.
Diving helmet? Do you have one of those?
Oh.
We can go back to the inn and get that for him.
Fair enough.
Diving
We're just gonna go to
helmet.
Bird's Inn, and Bird has a diving helmet there. That little fucker's. He's missing
You're
it.
wanting this fixed, made?
No, it's fine. We just have to grab it. I mean, poor Bird's inn got demolished when you guys tried to capture us. But
I'm right away.
Oh,
we will
yeah.
have reparations made for them. I'm
I'm
not familiar with Bird.
Me and the little one back there got rudely awoken and taken to prison.
I'm trying to make as many apologies as I can. You get one.
I understand. I'm just saying it happened.
All right, we're good. No more things.
Much love to you, Hogar.
Oh yeah.
Be sent out. As you are being being wished away, you see him kind of just right in the air, and you see a signature kind of go across. You see it's like the backwards signature for Hogar. And as it ends, you see dust sprinkle out, and it turns into like a magical kind of like rainbow dust as something is just written into the world and now signed. And that's going to be that. You guys are going to be escorted out, and we will kind of have a fade to black scene, essentially, for what happened. Anybody got any... If you guys have any last comments to make amongst yourself, go for it, please. Otherwise, I have nothing further for...
Oh wait, no, we got Tom figured out.
Ah, fuck Tom.
Diving helmet.
How's Thak? Thak, are you okay?
When you guys were being whisked away, I will say that Thak was more so like taken on his own for medical treatment. Nevira, you are separated as well from this, so you and Thak are dispatched from the group. So you guys will not be spending the same night together as the rest of the group.
And then with Tom, I'll just kind of go over and like pick him up and just kind of like carry him. Just
go for it. Carry him away. All right. No other... You guys want to talk amongst each other?
see you guys tomorrow.
You guys want to have breakfast? Let's get breakfast.
With Kurg.
With Kurg.
yeah,
Before we
last
leave.
to see Kirk soon.
Last day in Grucklestock.
Finally.
Do we have his loot, Mr. Borak loot?
Work.
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
Nothing.
No.
Loot.
Loot.
Oh, the loot.
His
I'm
loot.
getting a loot.
I tried getting his loot.
He's a little crispy the more time went on.
No one decided to get him out.
He just kind of turned
No.
into the light.
We'll miss you, buddy.